Yo. Hello.
Caboose and I would like to congratulate you for your well-deserved and commanding win over the other teams in the last Jam Slam.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
I appreciate that. And I feel it is earnest. And yes, I
scared myself. I'm so scared. Oh.
I do know that no matter what words may fly via SMS or live stream at the end of the day.
I was just trying to throw you off, but it didn't work.
Oh, for sure.
I was considering calling your house with a fake emergency. Like I was considering, I was sitting there and I'm like, what if I called Punch Mom on the phone and with like a fake dire emergency so that she'd be like, Wooly, you have to come down here. And like, but no, that's probably too much.
I mean, look, you have your tactics. I try to, I play it. But if I don't get that podcast file on time, I might need to let some people know what's going on.
That was good.
It just sometimes it's just what it is.
That was so good.
It's just what it is.
I was eating dinner and then I was taking a shit and I just keep getting messages like, "Where's the podcast file?" And I'm like, "There's a log coming out of my body right now."
Like, to be fair, after hours had passed and then an update text had went, and then I saw the online, like it was a 1-to-1 of just like the time passed, the text update, and then I saw the playing status update, and I'm like,
what happened was,
"Hey,
I was logged in and I wandered away."
Yeah, you sure were logged in.
Yes. No, I log out.
log out quickly. It takes really long to log out.
Sometimes. Now that we're older.
Whew. Okay. Look.
I was I saw that was good, by the way. I want to give you I appreciated you snitching on me because you snitched on me like 3 or 4 times, and every time I went to go somewhere, I would find a new one.
Because you were like you took a screenshot of the Jam chat and went like, "Let me post this rat shit. Hold up."
It's really fun.
And I was like, "Already beat you to it. It's on Blue Sky."
Oh my god! Oh my god! You got me. I'm glad. I like this.
Yeah. And Paige is like, "I'm proud of you for snitching." Will. I'm like, "Thank you, Paige."
I mean, I would be remiss, hypocrite as I were, if I was like, "You can't snitch on me. That's terrible. I snitch on other people."
Yeah.
See, it's different when it's me.
But
it's different.
But it is different though, because looking at you look at the replies too, and like even like Keats is like, "Yo, that's metagaming right there." I gotta tell you, these are all tactics.
I gotta tell you, there's something really like fascinating about getting somebody like that, and then I'm like, all right, let's look who like responded. Everybody I know. Like everybody that knows anything about anything and is online right now is just like commenting like, yeah, get him.
The actual best reply being, though, when Musashi pulled up to the shores where Kojiro awaited, he was hours late. He held a boat oar instead of a sword way too long, and the sun was at his back. Kojiro was affronted at this insult, but to Musashi it was strategy.
Is that from the newest Baki episode?
Something like that. Anyways, obviously, if we're talking Jam Slam, we're talking fucking Specs and 5. We're talking Diaphone, Zane, Zizex, Frodan, and Deathy, like absolutely just incredible jobs, respectively, all across the board.
And you did not so bad yourself, bud.
Thank you. I mean, I feel like day 1 and 2, I really like. I was not lifting my weight as much as I ought to have been, and I feel like on day 3, I did do so. And the thing that mainly kind of came together is like, Ilaoi is a support character, and she's one of the best she's the best at supporting. And what that means is in a game where people are like all up your ass and in neutral by either zoning you out and melting you like Thresh does, or by basically being left, right, and everything in between up in your face like Ari or Yasuo or Echo. She's way more tame and neutral and not able to win those exchanges in many a case, but she can.
So you're in the fucking corner.
But she can support her team and bring you to bikini bottom, and that's what you do, right? So as a supporting character, I'm like, that's the role that she needs to play. She needs to melt everybody like by supporting them. And
there's a concept that I try to explain to people who don't play fighting games or even MMOs, which is holding a controller and hitting up on the D-pad or hitting circle or whatever, and your body is just flooded with the feeling of I just killed myself. Like before, like actions haven't occurred.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and you're just like, I just hit. I died.
Why'd I do that?
Died.
Why'd I
I
jump?
can feel it.
Why'd I jump? Should have jumped.
Illaoi can cause that emotion 5-10 seconds in advance. Like I've reached the corner. I'm still technically in neutral. And I hold back without holding down back.
Here, have a Krabby
and
Patty.
I see frame 1 of Illaoi's shoulder go up, and I go, I have just killed myself.
Yeah. So there is and like if you're really sick, like Diaphone with Illaoi and such, like there's airtight like checkmates that you can run, But like that's the kind of stuff where I'm like I'm still getting the hang of those. But overall, that's her specialty. That's what she can do. And in exchange for that, you just have this like running around like a Street Fighter character in a world of Marvel gods, going crazy.
Yeah, it's really interesting that her movement and her range is like she's gonna run at you and she's gonna hit you. It's not. It's not. She's going to flood the screen with bullshit or dash in and mix you up from the air or the ground or have the hook, either hook.
That being said, like with Thresh in particular, it has like, the discussion has been like, okay, new character drops and it's an arms race to see if like the tech can outrace the shutdown of the character, the ability to keep up with it. Usually it can't. In Thresh's case, what people are doing as of last night are like touch of deaths. Like, like just full, So
gonna put every resource I can into getting this guy off the board.
So I'm looking at this, going, oh yeah, post Evo, Thresh is getting nerfed. Like this is this is a character that is fucking overcooked right now. It is wild.
I picked him up under the assumption that within one day of the slam, I would know whether or not he's undercooked or overcooked. And found out very quickly, talking to K7 and Sage, like, okay, the lantern, when he teleports the lantern and does the burst, that thing is broke. It's bugged.
Insanity.
It doesn't scale.
The damage doesn't scale. It doesn't drop your damage in your combo for doing it.
Like he throws out his hard punch or whatever you call it in heavy in 2XKO from 80%, gets a full ride the whole way through off of like a tag, has built-in air cross-ups through the teleport.
Right.
He's crazy.
I described him as a DNF duel character, right? That's exactly it. So that feels like some of the way characters swing buttons in DNF duel at you from full screen. He is that archetype here. And
I'm looking forward to some very measured and reasonable nerfs.
For starters, damage scaling would be nice, right? That feels like a decent place to begin.
I think people are going to be really upset because the history of 2XKO is, wow, this character is crazy good. Maybe after 10 patches of nerfs, they'll be back down to a human level.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know what the Thresh League of Legends history is,
No, I'm talking about 2XKO specifically.
Yeah,
Echo and Yasuo took the whole lifetime of the game to get pared down to good.
And even then,
incredible.
And even then, I'm still annoyed, But yeah, all this to ultimately say though that no, I think too as well. Just like the going back to the slam in particular and such, like I really thought the format with just getting to duo with a bunch of different people, I thought that was a lot of fun. I thought that was a very smart thing that was set up. And I feel too as well that something I didn't appreciate beforehand about it was that like because there were other events that happened simultaneously. Like I know, like so there was like a Capcom did like a new challengers sort of event, which is essentially like a Sage Amless slam, you know. But it was a 1-day event, right? And the thing with having this be a multiple day event is that it allows for, so you have the big coaching week that happens and people can get in and practice and so on. But of course, invariably, because it's a lot of big names and a lot of small channels and a bunch of different people of different sizes coming together, some creators are going to, collaborate, but ultimately not really take it too seriously until they find themselves at the event. And then they go, oh shit. Oh man, I don't really know what I'm doing. Damn, I wish I could play better. I wish I could do better than that. This is kind of fun, but like they feel that the pressure of that first day. And then there's like, you see, okay, good. Now you have another chance to come back and, improve over this and on the next run. And then you have a third final day. And I think by putting it over that period of time, it gives you that wake up call morning, to be like, okay, wait, hold on a second. As opposed to just, I don't know what I'm doing. The event's over. Who cares? Thanks for the opportunity. Bye, everybody. So that's a pretty smart thing about the format overall. The fucking just as the instant like lock in with I like talking to Gary for just a couple seconds and being like, oh, like. Instant homie. We're on the same wavelength here. We fucking get it. We're in there. That shit is like locked.
I
that was great.
Hopped over to Gary's stream the other day after day 2, and I hopped over there to shit on you. And I it's the first time I'd ever seen or heard him in my life. And I show up, and he's like PNG tubing Pink Warwick, and I can only describe him as like gasp, scream, laughing, like the whole time. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I like this guy.
Good energy.
This guy's all right.
Good energy. That clicked immediately, and all that wet dog howling shenanigans and stuff is just like, nope. This is someone we'd be rolling with and chilling after the tournament and fucking having a couple drinks, playing some matches, and running good sets in the hotel room. Absolutely. So of the Lythero crew, the Shenanigoons. A great name, by the way. Mm-hmm. That's a lock. Gary's. I'm gonna make sure that dude is around. And again, like, Deathy, who's from Montreal, that's super sick, gonna try to make use of that as well. But I've put this out there on the stream on the during the slam, so it's not a really full announcement or so, but like I want to get the team as soon as Evo's done, when there's a chance, I want to get the team on to just come on
the whole gang. Get
the gang on and teach us about some deadlock and team fight tactics and everything else going on. Frodan can get in there and tell us what's going on.
This means I'm going to have to actually say Diaphone's name correctly.
You might actually.
Or... Mm-hmm. Or,
I mean, really and truly, like, that's the Sage Am bit just running further. But no, that was a whole lot of fun. And, it fucking really happy with that run. Final day, clean sweep all the way through.
Yeah, no, that's a hell of a way to do it. Like, congratulations. Not just like taking it home, but like in your bracket, it was like undefeated. Like, fuck off. Like, there's no question here.
In 5 specs in 5. Yeah, I'm really happy with that, and I like looking at the respective groups. So in each like Discord, in the Slam Discord, in each team's like group chat, there's a separate tab for each person for you to like talk to the coaches, ask questions, whatever, notes, etc. And like that started just getting populated with like self crit, VOD review, things to fix, notes, etc. And like, yeah, between day 2 and day 3, I mean, I had like just dozens on dozens of notes and dozens on dozens of improvements and corrections and all those things going in. And then the rest of the team as well. And Gary started putting some down. And, you know, and the thing is like Zane and Diaphone, again, just to give them like all the flowers in the world on it, like they really put the time in coaching. They put more time into coaching than, you know, into their own synergy, really.
Well, that's smart, and because you can build up the people at the bottom faster and more effectively.
Yeah. Every step upwards from the bottom is a way bigger step than at the top, you know? Like, the what it takes to fucking clutch out Super Noon takes a lot more than it does to, you know, handle Seed 1 and Seed 2. That being said, I will take the pride of saying, yo, ran a perfect on Sonic Fox. I will take that. I will take that.
If they bleed, you can kill them. And like I got a match.
Yeah,
I got a bracket win on them on day 2, and I was like, oh, I'll just hold on to this. I can walk away with like full losses.
That's it. That's it. You know. No, and again, like the nature of the format being that, like, you know, hey, there's a coach carry going, you know, or there's an upwards pull, there's an upwards momentum pull somewhere on the team. It felt nice when I had those moments of like, oh fuck, okay, I'm sent out to die against a coach, and like my whole, and I'm like Sonic Fox is coming in and they're just doing their thing, and I'm like, okay, just block, just try to see it, and if you can successfully block, like, that's half the battle right there. And I was able to block some of those mixes and be like, all right, I did my job. I didn't just die immediately first touch.
Would you like to find? Hey, you know what? You know that thing that the XKCD comic we reference about people who are experts never understand how little people actually know about a topic? I was playing 2XKO last night and discovered a fundamental property of how the game works that I had not picked up in the entire lifetime of the game, that I believe everyone who plays the game thought was so obvious they just never thought to mention it. Which is, you can't block in the first couple of frames of your jump.
Yes, that is in fact the case.
If you look back at a bunch of footage, I'm blocking and then I just stop blocking.
Because you up back?
Yes, to get away. And I found that out yesterday at midnight, just messing around with the game. And I have never seen anyone discuss this ever. Because I guess that's a thing in games that have air blocking. It
is an established thing.
But I don't play games that have air blocking in them. I play Street Fighter, and I play fucking Virtua Fighter, and I play Tekken.
So I mean, pre-jump frames do. Okay, admittedly, yeah, like you're not air blocking in anything besides like Street Fighter Alpha, right? But pre-jump frames in like making you vulnerable are absolutely a thing in any of these, or anime games or Marvel or Hyper games or all of that stuff, right? And you don't get a get out of jail free card by like just taking to the air. What you can do, there's something called chicken blocking, which is if you don't want to eat a high-low mix, you can just like in a specific moment jump up to start blocking the whole sequence in midair. But like the risk of leaving the ground while getting hit is always there. Absolutely. That's a big one. Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's this combination of two things. One, boy, I wish I had known that, particularly in the corner against you, because there were times where like, I was holding back. But I don't want to come off like a bitchy John.
Okay.
So every time that happens, instead of going, what the fuck?
I was jumping though.
I just go.
Yeah. Okay.
And so no one corrects you.
And what is happening is, I know you're jumping. I'm doing a double backdash 2S2 to catch the pre-jump frames of you backing. right? And if I notice that, then I change the timing to a different version of it. Like that's a specific call out for roll up back versus wake up neutral up back. So like it's totally a thing.
If I had been saltier and whinier, I would have been better.
I don't think so, because in this case, the salty Johns also affect your teammate. You know?
Yeah.
And if you get too locked out in your own brain, I think your teammate's going to be like, oh no, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know, and you got to keep up spirits and stuff like that.
No, what you have to do is like, hello, team. I noticed that I got hit during that exchange, and I'm not certain what caused that. Does anyone have an academic answer as to why I got hit while holding back during that exchange?
Because I'll tell you right now, you can go back to watching like those sets where I was playing with the coaches. Where I'm playing with Diaphone, and I eat some shit, and I'm just like, I'm ass, I'm garbage, I fucking suck.
Those are terrifying sets. Know? Those are terrifying sets.
And just making the like your whole thing is just don't fucking choke, and then you choke, and I'm just like, I'm the worst player in the world. Sorry, coach, I killed us both forever. Bye.
I don't
walking into the ocean. BRB.
I really love this AJM Slam, and I think the format is great. I think there is one specific matchup that is kind of miserable, and it's the 1-4 matchup. The top seed and bottom seed together, because the bottom seeds feel like they've been thrown into a shark pit and are just trying not to instantly die. And my plan was to get to the seed 4 and kill them instantly as fast as possible.
So I can only imagine how more insane a coach plus seed 4 match must feel, right?
Oh man,
which is a thing. But what I will say in the matches I had with Deathy, because Deathy is so fucking hungry for the knowledge, and in 10 days, like, grinded out like 700 or so matches with Darius.
Deadlock player?
Yeah, just...
Well, that's what... Yeah, okay. There's a lot to know in Deadlock. I'd say there's more in Deadlock to know than 2XKO.
Like, Deathy and Frodan performing the way they did comes from their, like, super analytical take on things and the willingness to just go, like, I don't know this genre, but I'm gonna dive the fuck in, you know, from TFT and from in this case. I know, well, Frodan has had some experience before, mind you, but for Deathy, first fighting game ever, just being like, all right, time to absorb everything I can in 2 weeks' time. It was incredible, you know? Whereas, yeah, Frodan coming in with some Street Fighter knowledge as well, kind of just putting it over into this with a brand new character, with Senna, mind you, a character that people had not been confident in, kind of going like, yeah, she's ass compared to Thresh and doesn't have it, and then Frodan like showing off this new character and the sick shit that she can do, like inventing it in front of people. It's really cool.
I think it's unkind to have a double character drop and for people to go, Senna's trash, and it's like, no, Senna's just not Thresh.
She's a little more normal. She's there's something her normal form is a bit underwhelming by comparison to, of course, her Rex Spectre form, but like Thresh is insane, and yeah, the comparison is nonsense. You know
what this ironically enough reminds me of? One of the things that people were excited about when the FF14 job thing got announced was they said, hey, Mr. Prime is going to be designing and overseeing the current gameplay run of all of these jobs. All of them. It's no longer going to be so-and-so designs Bard and so-and-so designs Dark Knight and so-and-so designs White Mage, which would lead to, like, inconsistencies and stuff like that. I think 2XKO has that problem like crazy. I think some people design their characters like they're part of different games, and other people design their characters like they're part of this game.
I feel like when Combo Fiend was revealing Warwick, you just kind of saw that light in his eyes where he's like, yeah, but what if I gave him the Wolverine cross-up? What if I just did a bionic arm that came from the other side, though? You know, because yeah, fuck it, let's go. You know,
and then you get to Marlin Pie, and they're like, what if I gave this character everything under God's domain?
Well, Marlin Pie is like, what players? This was for me.
Yeah, I made it for me.
Marlin Pie is like, I made this for me, and you guys happen to be here. You know,
crazy.
It's hilarious. You know, and speaking of that dog, I mean, look, obviously, like, Gary is fucking cracked and is super sick
Gary's
with it.
super scary.
The interesting thing about the logic that that Sejam put out there, pertaining to him in specific, is that I was listening to his stream afterwards, and he was basically saying that, like, he believes that, like, for Gary and his seed and such, that was all a decision where Warwick is a character that has counterplay, but people that don't, there was no Warwicks really in the bracket except for him. So
it was just him, right?
So yeah, so no one really knew what to do to solve the problems that he was proposing, and that it could have looked more it could have looked more fair if people did, but are you going to spend your time focusing on that, or focusing on the fucking Dariuses and the Threshes and the Jinxes you're going to be dealing with? Like, you're going to focus more on the characters that are going to pop up a lot more often. A bunch of Vi's showing up, all of that, it becomes more of your focal point, so you're not spending time on the dog. But like that was his logic to it, and I get that, because there's stuff that you definitely need to know about Warwick that requires, like, you got to play differently from everyone else. But Gary's still cracked,
Yeah, Gary's really good.
In any case, though, yeah, good event, good stuff, good memes, and more on that in the future. We'll see what the top 8 of Evo ends up looking like, and spoiler
I thought
alert,
it was really funny. There was like a 2x KO. There was a 2x KO, like, official, like, meet the players thing for all the players going to Evo. Like, man, this is a Tekken Atlanta situation. Like, every single one's a black guy. Every single one. Like, all right, a stereotype has been formed.
And the and just like, I get spoiler alert for top 8. A skeleton on every team is coming. So
yeah,
take a look at that. And yeah, I mean, look, also, like, that being said, like, sick job on your stats and on running that Thresh, and holding up your team for the most of the event in second place. I mean, running insane new character and insane stuff aside, like, that's still a terrifying amount of knowledge that you picked up in a fairly short amount of time that you applied.
It is probably the fastest I have ever learned any character in anything.
You picked that shit up.
K7 and Sage are excellent coaches in that. Seven was just running. K7 was just running me on drills. He'd hop in, show me the combo until I could get it once, and he taught me to do the combo backwards, which I had never practiced before.
Interesting.
Which is do the ender of the combo first, then do the medium, and then do the starter, because of the way that going through the combo, because when you learn a combo, you end up doing the beginning 1,000 times more times in practice than the ender, right? And so by that, it kind of evens it out, and it made it much more consistent.
That's a smart way to do it.
He'd show me something with Thresh, and he'd be like, okay, do it once. Okay, now drill it. Now do the throw combo. Now do the range one. Now do the throw combo.
I really like that.
Unfortunately, I only really, really put it together like yesterday.
Okay.
Like, where now I have that. When you're learning how to do combos, and you're at a range, and your brain doesn't automatically switch to the right range. You just go with the thing that almost always works.
Yes. Instead
of the thing that's correct.
Yes.
For where everybody is. I'm doing that now.
Yes, because this character requires it, right? You can so playing optimally in many cases in these games will be like, you hit somebody and then your brain quickly does a calculation and goes,
how far away are these?
Is the corner? Am I close to the corner? Will I be able to bring them there? Am I in the middle of the screen? And what's the resource situation? What's the life situation? What's my drive at? Okay, or my meter. Let me choose this particular sequence that's going to be the right move to continue, right? And I know Thresh requires a whole bunch of quick calculations for where you are on screen and where they are on screen.
It's basically, are you in the corner or not? Are you medium or completely maxed out range? is the lantern ahead of you, behind you, or not out? And every combination of those.
Right. So, I mean, like, the people that are doing, like, all cracked versions of, like, Thresh's combos, like, there's a lot of variation and a lot of quick recognition going into it. So the thing is, too, of course, I'm like, the thought that you're going to get anywhere near that proficiency without some labbing going on, sir.
Some people in my chat were like, they came in and they were like, what's happening? Because I was like wordlessly running Thresh combo drills for like an hour.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, I have a moral stance against training mode, but I have to actually help my team win today.
You have to help your team win. You must.
This isn't me fucking around in ranked on whatever.
Yeah. People are depending on you. Absolutely. So that's it. And this is a character that also you need to know, why did that drop? I thought I was there in the corner or whatever, Anyways, good stuff all across the board. And again, shout outs to Sajam for running a sick event.
Great event. Always really impressed at how, like, I mean, we looked at that spreadsheet. It's very complicated organization for this many people and this many teams. I'm similarly wildly impressed at the organization on display, and I am similarly laughing that this is the second event that I've dealt with Sajam, and I should know better. In which is like, all right, guys, we've really cleaned it up. We should be able to get out of here in about maybe 3 hours, as everybody has their matches. And I'm looking at my clock on the first day, and it's 9:10 p.m. And I'm like, this didn't feel like 3 hours. Fighting game events,
curse of the bracket.
Fighting game events, of the bracket. They just go super long.
And like the later into the bracket people get, the closer they get to that grand finals, the more like clutch they start playing, the more they tighten up, the longer the matches go, because people get more squirrely, There were
a bunch of matches in which it happened to me, and I think I saw it happen to DayZ, but I'm not sure, where the set went on so long, 1-1. That people thought they had finished their whole set, because it had been like a 12-minute.
I have to ask
2 matches.
I have to ask what the score is after every single game, because I'm too locked in. I can't track anything outside of that last game. Every single time, that's a huge thing. It feels so long and intense. Something I put out there too is that I think it would be really funny, like if there is something, in the future, I don't know, whatever it holds. But I was like, I think it'd be really cool if Reggie applied, and then we ran the same setup, but I was on mic, and then he was on the couch running the set,
I have had a highly similar idea.
Okay. Yeah.
I had a highly similar idea.
That sounds fun. I like that. So we'll see what the future holds. So beyond the slam. Okay. I'm just gonna touch and go on this one as far as week events go and things. So the Fair Huntress has replied apparently to the Catalica post.
What? That's crazy
stuff. Look,
Internet's a big place.
The internet's a big place, and no. Don't here we go. Don't yeah. Don't buckle in. Don't no. Don't strap in for the big. Oh my God, here it comes. Because this person's really unwell, and you can tell because the reply more or less begins with, "I'm not racist. You're one of the good ones. You're not like the other bad ones." And it's like, oh,
where do you take that? Is that just a deep exhale, or is there like a moment of like?
That is, after all this time, it's quadrupling down, because wherever you are, you have been in that place the whole time, and unfortunately, no help has reached you. And, you know, maybe that's what happens when you steal everybody's money. Maybe that's what happens when, I don't know, potentially alleged other criminal things have occurred. But regardless, it's like, yeah, this is bad. This is somebody who's deeply unwell, who really probably needs anyone or anything in their life to help them out of where they're at, because all the answers to the things we talked about are just further delusions down the pipeline of the fair huntress and the pinks and so on. And you can feel the real world fading away with each bullet point answer. So there's not much to say, you know. It's just rough, and it sucks. And I continue to feel bad for anyone who had their money stolen. That's about all there is to it.
That's a really mature and measured response.
Well, quite frankly, you know, when I'm told that anyone who stands against the fair huntress will fall, I don't want to fall. You know, even though I'm one of the better darkers, or
one of,
you know,
excited for Deltarune,
the Lighteners and.
Oh man.
Anyways, yeah, that's all there is to it.
That's very big of you, Wooly.
What are you supposed to fucking, you know?
Well, what are you supposed to? I would usually default to like, yo, get a load of this, and that probably be it. Because you don't want to engage. Engagement sucks you into the world, and now you're in there.
That's it. I do not. This is too close for comfort. I do not like direct engagement.
So you know what's actually very strange. Mm-hmm. Paige and I, my darling wife Peach Saliva, love this shit.
Yeah,
love it. Love it.
Yeah,
but only if it's somebody we actually meet in person.
Okay,
because. Like I once ran into the lady and she was just telling me about how the aliens took her and like the whole thing, and I sat there and I listened to her for hours, because at the end of that experience I just walked away and never saw them again.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, is you don't want them on your front doorstep, is what you don't want. So even, you know, being in the light of the pink, being in the pink spotlight is not where I would like to be. But regardless, shit, I was about to bring up another part of that. It's okay, it's fine. That was apparently like a year ago or something, and then it just popped up now. I think
really?
they just got into it. Yeah. And for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, you can just go look up the previous CSB clips where we talk about the board game, the Kickstarter board game Catalika, and you can get all the summary you need from that. Beyond this, what else we got going on?
Sorry, I just saw somebody in the chat say, why do you guys enjoy making fun of a mentally ill person? That's the show we're on! I got no career if y'all stop doing it! What am I supposed to do?
In this particular instance, the person in question did some shitty things that suck, besides the fact that they're clearly unwell, and that they don't seem to have any remorse or willingness or ability to.
I mean, you can't have remorse if you're
gone. Yeah, I guess not. I guess not. But you know, it starts with, where did everyone's money go? What the fuck are we talking about? And then now we're at, well, no, the sun is actually my ally.
Yeah.
You know. Anyways, all that aside, the 14.
Yeah.
So I said it on the stream, but like, yeah, those other cities besides Ul'dah certainly are more to look at, aren't they?
They are. There's also so you can get a player house in 14, right? And each major city has its housing district, and nobody wants to live over at Uldah's Goblet because it's kind of brown and dry.
Yep.
And yeah. No, Gridania and Limsa just have a better look to them. Just period. They also have more interesting city storylines. But you go where the class you pick brings you.
This is a weird pull, but there's a moment in The Reckoning where you walk into an elvish city and all of a sudden the environment art design budget goes up and you're like, oh shit, you're actually trying here, and everything up until that point was generic and completely forgettable. And not that this was that, but I kind of, when I saw those two cities, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is cool to look at. The night view and the stuff.
They're just more appealing, just straight up.
I didn't really care that much to run through the crevices of Ulda, but I did want to see what was around the corners of Ligma and the other one.
Oh, Limsa's the best city in the game, from a design perspective, from a look perspective, from a music perspective. It's just got it all. It's where my characters it's when I have to teleport somewhere to go to the inn. That's the one I teleport to.
And yeah, I guess
he's talking about Ligma Lominsa, guys.
And beyond that, I guess I'm just waiting to engage with this plot. We started to see some stuff moving a little bit. Nothing. It's still too early to hit any beats. So I'm waiting for a beat.
No, you've hit 2 beats. You've hit Organization 14 arrives, attempts to kill you. And you have you're acquiring crystals.
Okay.
And seeing visions.
Okay.
Right. But you spent the first 2 sessions getting out of your primary introductory / tutorial of regional politics plus, hey, do you know how to click a button? Do you know how to hit a guy? Etc.
Okay. Let me sharpen what I'm trying to say a little bit. In MMOs, do you meet because I know there's a million NPCs you come across that are here and there for a few seconds. Okay, so Hamon is an NPC that's all goofy and
he's
silly.
Relegated to the pugilist questline.
Right. So
that's where he lives.
Yes. So MSQ, I've met a couple of main characters. No one that I have any feelings for yet at all.
No, it's too early.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting to care about somebody on the MSQ. I currently don't. So give it a minute.
You met Thancred, who is a long-standing player in the game, but you met him.
Yeah. There's a dude.
That's where it's at.
There's a dude. There's a princess. There's a knight. A knight Lalafell, and then there's the uppies man.
Raban.
And then and then there's the 1.0 crew.
So one of the things that an MMO does over time that is lost on people coming in late, but it's just kind of the way that it works, is that take Thancred, right? Thancred, because the game is extremely long, right, across all the expansions, Thancred has had a lot of things to do over the years. I have had more cutscenes and interactions with Thancred than Tifa. For example. But on top of that, those have been spread out since 2015.
So this is not the kind. Well, how often?
You know what I mean?
How often does? Is this the kind of game where you wrap up with one of these main characters and then they're gone forever and
no,
people hang around?
You are acquiring an ever increasing group of people, and then there is basically your A group and your B group. A group is the people that are always going to be there, and that roster gets larger and larger. And then there's your B group, which are people who are a big deal in a region or expansion, and you hope get added into the main roster and escape.
Gotcha.
So if you remember a while ago, when you were reading off like the Endwalker thing, one of the things you read off on that big list that you had was that Estinian was going to be joining the group. Estinian is a character from one of the expansions that people were super crazy about, that were thrilled to have him be included in the main cast going forward.
I see. Okay. The impression I got was that every expansion is like its own RPG, and thus you're basically walking your character into a brand new cast of characters and, rolling events.
With the so basically so you remember in the FF14 2.0 intro, you saw the Bahamut thing. Mm-hmm. There's the shot where you see Thancred and then a bunch of other like characters get like kind of like a vignette treatment.
Okay.
There's your starting roster, and they function essentially as the Final Fantasy 14 party.
Right.
Plus the gang.
Because also
that gang will follow you.
Yeah.
From expansion to expansion.
Okay. Because admittedly, to the easy thing to do is to treat it like, a 90s anime where, like, your whole expansion is you wander into town, you solve some new group of people's problems by taking out their particular villain, and then you wander out, So
it is essentially, let's call it the new season of Naruto where they go to a new country, but Sasuke and Sakura are also there. Because they're always there. Right. Because that's the team.
Right. Okay.
Unless. Mm-hmm. Unless. Okay.
Yeah. And then I also would just assume that anytime a new job is introduced with an expansion, there's a character to represent that job that exists as a archetype.
So basically it depends on whether or not those people end up on the main roster or not. So every single job has the job trainer, the person that you're going to be running into, who like the Haman Holy Fist of that job, mm-hmm. right? The main cast is not big enough to fit every job in the game. It's just not. There are 23 now, and your main roster is like 8 to 10.
Yeah, okay.
So what you end up having on occasion is, for example, there's a character named Alize. I expect her to change into a new job in this expansion. She's currently a red mage. I fully expect her to have a glow up and change into one of the new ones.
Right. Which, that makes sense if they're playing like you are and can change their jobs and such. Yeah. Okay.
Also, in marketing canon, your character is also changing jobs every expansion.
Oh, John 14 is
Meteor
is always changing classes.
Has gone from archer to warrior to dragoon to monk to samurai to dark knight to paladin to reaper.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And one of everybody's little moments every couple of years is when you find, is my job going to be the one on the box? Is it my turn? So for me, I play Dark Knight, and Shadowbringers, the best the game ever was Dark Knight's expansion, which meant that I was like, yes. Ooh,
it's all about this. Yeah.
Like, it's the feeling that Honda players will never have in their life.
Until fucking
Honda will never be the man.
Honda on the box art.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he was actually on Street Fighter 2's box art, and that's the last time that'll ever happen ever again.
He absolutely was. Okay. I get it. Yeah. So we'll see what's going on with that. That'll continue.
I gotta tell you, your treatment of the deer has done a lot to mitigate the deer problem.
Interesting.
You've done an excellent job on it.
I'm just trying to have some fun the only ways I know how.
Unfortunately, Wooly, and this is kind of the genius, your disinterest slash non-integration of the appeal.
No yes ending.
Hey, look at me. That kind of thing has led you to the other side of fun social MMO interaction, which is fucking with people.
Oh no, I've become hostile to the world.
You become the other side of that coin.
Anti-RPer, the one who spoils the fun.
No, just the difference between I'm going to cosplay a certain character and put myself in a specific position. The flip side of that is I'm going to lead this person on and then teleport away so that they go, oh.
And here is where it's important to distinguish the line: is I am not going out of my way to troll or annoy anyone else's game. I am simply playing my own game, and if me playing my own game is a disappointment for anyone for any reason at any time, that can be funny to me. Because at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm going back to my game now. And if that creates an then it's like, yeah, well, I'm playing my game. Too bad.
It's just like I think I think game culture, like microcultures, are super fascinating. Like, we talk about fighting game culture essentially all the time, right? And that has its own social norms and its own, like, rules and its own temples. MMO culture is so weird because when you're like, I'm not part of this and I'm outside the box, that's a different box over there. Like, it's just a different subset of anti-culture culture.
You put yourself in another antisocial club.
It's so weird.
You're in another box. Yeah, I get it. I see that. But that box, it's just funny because it's like that is ultimately it's the non-participation in the setup, as opposed to me joining the trolls, you know what I mean? As opposed to being actively annoying or hostile or whatever. It is quite simply me returning to playing my game. That's it.
Back when I was streaming it a couple of years ago, I also had a swarm problem, and my solution to that problem would be to go to a unknown server and post myself with my character up against a nondescript wall, and then give it 40 minutes to see if anyone could find me, and then start teleporting around also so that people couldn't figure out what server I was on until I queued into something.
That's a lot of work. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I vividly remember, and I won't name names, but one guy did find me, and they found me by just, like, I was standing still, and they just, they just snuck into the background of the shot, and I'm like, and I went to a different place, and then in the background, here they come, just in the background. I'm like, I see you. I see you, named guy. I see you.
Yeah, I mean, look, at this, like, we have definitely gone from I cannot see my character due to fireworks and UFOs to there are 5 extinction events floating in the distance.
I think them setting up to be a weird thing when you come out of cutscenes is much funnier than the massive explosive mob. I think you turning around and seeing everyone in a semicircle on Torgal
going, is
actually like much more appealing than just flooding the screen with bullshit.
It's quite goofy and it's quite shenanigans. But yeah, no. Anyway, we'll see where that's going. I have no idea.
So I don't know who we're gonna get. Probably Min will be tagging along on the next session, because the next section you're probably going to do 2 or 3 dungeons. And the important thing is for everyone to take it easy and make you do it.
Okay.
Because the worst thing I could imagine is like mechanic coming in and you go, what is that? And then somebody just does it and go, don't worry about it. No.
Right. Right.
You.
What game? Yeah. And I guess the only other thing there is, like, for those who have reached out of concern to say that Reggie has not spoken a word in 55 minutes. Is he okay? And
No, he's beating it.
yeah, hey, if Reggie wants
Secretly beating it.
if Reggie wants to get up and peace out, he can and will.
By the way, I have officially asked Reggie, I believe twice now, that he's more than welcome to hop on as he would in any context that he wants.
To which I believe the reply was, "That's very kind of you. Thank you."
Yeah, I believe that was the. Also, Reggie's been showing up in my streams lately. Thanks, Reg. Appreciate it.
He's a lurker. He's out there.
Yeah. No, he's not lurking no more. He's like, yo, hey, Pat. We're going to kiss.
Do it. Do it like those stickers where you're doing it like the mouths are like this, and it says, like, hop on 14 or, like, hop on Tekken.
Oh, have you seen those?
Yeah, I mean,
So
I have shout-outs to Audrey, 2D, who, like, does a bunch of them for every fighting game. Just like Manal and Marissa making out like hop on 6.
So like, so they put out this feature a couple patches ago on 14 called the strategy board, which is just like a plaster board where you can put stickers and draw lines and stuff like that. So you can send it to people and go like, hey, here's how you resolve this mechanic. Here's how. I have never once seen it for anything other than gay memes.
Yep.
Like literally 100%. Somebody be like, so and so shared the strategy board, and it's like the Blowjob Brothers going like 100%. It's so fucking funny that it's never relevant.
God, I love that. Like now too, there is so the classic heartbreaking that. That awesome lesbian fan art that you retweeted turned out to just be Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear. I don't know if you've seen that, but that's a thing, right?
I have not.
Okay,
but yeah, sure.
There you go. That's been a thing for a minute, and that has now been followed up with the sequel. Heartbreaking. That lesbian fan art that you retweeted turned out to just be Kai Kiske and Dizzy from
Again.
Guilty Gear.
Yeah, sure.
and then they showed the actual example.
But like it's been like extremely clear to like not just the culture but also Guilty Gear as a general that Guilty Gear disagrees with the gender binary. So
yeah, you can make your suggestions, but
you can headcanon it to whatever the fuck you want.
Anyway, so yeah, this week basically, that'll be that, a little more 14, little more Phoenix Wright once we get around to it. Obviously, we were busy last week. Did a slop stream as well. It was a shorty but a goodie. And that will be making its way over to the Wooly versus the Algorithm channel, also where some shorts have been going up to. So, yeah, be sure to go. That's going to stay active, and I'm still going to be getting the slop streams up over there. So be sure to go jump on Wooly versus the Algorithm as well. And if we do other things this week, I will let you know. But for now, that's what the schedule is. I think this Saturday we are going to be going a little bit later, though. I've got a bit of a family function, so we're going to be doing a bit of a night stream. So, yeah, come hang out on Saturday night, too.
Just before we have to take a quick break, I'm just going to let you guys know for the Wooly tour of the FGC FF14 show / Pat getting a fight, get out of fighting games, getting a 14 on Thursday. If you are familiar and haven't been paying attention, the plan for Thursday is going to be Satasha, Tamtara, Copperbell, and Hall of the Novice. I believe we can knock those 4 out. I have to take a...
I thought those were people. Okay.
They are not.
Okay. All right.
No.
BRB.
I have to take this dog. He needs to eat. You can see he is starving. He is starving. He needs to eat. I will be right back.
How's your week going?
Oh my goodness. That was all right. Let me... First of all, hey, Caboose, you're doing... Hey, you're fed. No, don't touch me. No. Okay, bye. All right, so... Did you see what this is? It's a hair comb. Now, you might not think that I would have any use for this, but I have a child whose hair I regularly comb because he's got pretty hair. So I don't know if you've noticed, people at home, but I have a tendency to twirl this thing. This is a keycap remover. I also have a tendency to do this.
You have since I've known you.
Yes, always. So it's unclear as to whether or not the following story is genetic or taught.
These are not just cutting it, huh?
Yeah,
not good enough.
It's just more fun. So the problem is that when I do this, I'm an adult man. But even as an adult man, sometimes it slips off the finger and flies out. What if, instead of being an adult man, by the way, this is actually fairly heavy to do, I was a 2-year-old child, and that happened, and it flew away directly into the TV and smashed a big-ass spot dead center into the middle of the television. I sent you a picture. Man, it is right in the middle there. Right in the middle.
Not fun.
What are you going to do? You going to get mad? He was like pretty far away from the TV too. Like he was not like
So I mean, just in the day of me and my cousins and family, that was time for me to run away from home.
Right.
Levels of fucking hell coming my way.
It's a canon event. Child or children break some large amount thing. But here's the thing. I think there is a huge difference between, hey, stop fucking playing catch with the baseball in the living room. Smash.
Right.
Or, no, you can't have a candy. Yeah! Smash. Right. But, like, innocently playing with the thing in a cute way that happens to, like, legitimately fly off the child and damage something, there's no intent there. There isn't even a stop doing that, you could hurt something there. So, what are you going to do? You going to fucking mad at you? No, it's ridiculous. No. Instead, you just stand there and you just go...
Learned it from watching you, all right.
Call warranty support.
Yep.
And hope this is under warranty. At which point, they connect your TV to the internet and they scan it remotely.
Oh wow.
For damage now.
Oh wow. The smart TV era. Okay. Sure,
To which they go, what happened? And your wife says, oh, toddler threw something. And then the guy on the other end of the phone the live chat goes, well, it's good since there's no physical damage. You're definitely viable for a warranty. And then your wife goes, no, but the toddler threw something. And the guy on the other end goes, it's a good thing there's no physical damage.
Yeah.
So that means it's under warranty.
Yeah. Right,
and then wife tells you that story confused. And I'm like, he is saying that so that when he writes it down, because you were so nice to them during the chat, that they're writing down manufacturer defect or whatever.
Correct.
So we're currently waiting on, some men to show up and grab the television and leave with the television and then warranty repair it and then return it to us because there's no physical damage.
That's a good.
That being said, if for some reason that doesn't work, probably just going to have to live with it for a while. Because the idea of replacing a slightly damaged television during the years where it's way more likely to happen again and again seems like an insanely stupid thing to do. This is prime damaging your shit era starting now.
So shout outs to the hotline heroes like that.
Yeah.
That is not all heroes wear capes. That's a real one. We appreciate that. I mean, look, you have two choices, I guess, right? You can either try to curb perhaps the twirling
We did. We have curved.
Okay.
So no. We've curved it on the child side. That's why you see I'm doing it a lot today. Like
it's
today
out of control.
Here,
Yeah. Okay.
This is the office. No one's allowed in here
because it's like
everything in here is safe. I'm safe to do my twirls.
Either curb it on the child or get him started on a windmill shuriken so that he can get his fucking twirl game to maximum.
This is the office for spinning things.
Yeah.
Thank you. But that's life. That's life. And I just have this moment of like what would have happened if this was me? Right,
that's what I'm saying.
Teleport yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
And the answer is actually complicated, because if this was me, this shit would have bounced right off a CRT, no problem.
That's true. That's
true. Well, you remember what you had to do to hurt a CRT? You'd have to throw a baseball bat through it.
Well, no, according to my mom, just plugging in the Nintendo. So, like, nah.
It's true.
Nah, man.
It's true. You're right.
Just plugging in the fucking Nintendo was breaking the TV.
What's wrong with the computer? You got those games on there.
That's
the games are screwing with the computer. Dad, you have Bonsai Buddy on your desktop.
Literally, just you don't understand anything about how this works, but you're certain that playing the games is ruining it. Okay, sure, all right. There's no talking or explaining out of this. I'm right because I say so. But
yeah, the important thing is it's just a television. It's not a big deal. You ever have you're gonna have these moments?
You can
where
feel
it's like,
feel like a big boy. You just broke the cycle. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You just broke the cycle. Good job. Right?
Yeah. I'm one of these at a time.
Because I'm packing that fucking bindle and stick and fucking putting my clothes in the thing and trying to see if I can sneak out before anyone finds out. Because again, the hell that's coming my way for breaking something like that.
Let me tell you, I gotta be honest, maybe this is a bit too personal, but like raising a child and doing your best, like really doing your best. Like I know I am, I know Paige is, I know Punch Mom is, I know you are, right? Like we've talked about this a million times. You have this moment where you're like, ooh, I have all these emotions about what I want to do, but I'm not going to do any of those things. I'm going to do what I think is the best for this situation. Mm-hmm. And your brain just explodes with the memory, and you can see a parent not doing that for you, mm-hmm. and you get super mad, mm-hmm. and then you get like kind of depressed mm-hmm. for a little while.
Why couldn't you just do that? Why couldn't you just do that?
It isn't that hard mm-hmm. to just
and so okay. I don't know what specific part you are getting mad at because there's
we could have a whole fucking show.
Sure, but like because there's the aspect of it of like the what's being inflicted, right? Which is of raw, of course, in what it is, and then there's the part where it's like in those shoes in that moment going, you couldn't just calm your own feelings down for 2 seconds to think about how that was going to reflect. You couldn't just take a second, take a breath, and in the heat of everything go, no, wait, chill, right? Because you're somebody because you're thinking back to like them in this shoes, in this position now, they're in the middle of it, and then they're going, and this exploding volcano that I am right now is the only thing that matters in the world, and I'm gonna lean into it and just scorch the earth. I don't care. So, I'm too mad, and I'm righteous in my anger about this.
So here's the thing. That's a super good example because I'm talking about a damaged TV, right?
Yeah.
So I go over, and I'm like, this is a genuine, like, straight up accident. Like, this is not even the thing that you would even think to tell the kid to stop doing because they're 10 feet away from the television. They're 2 years old, and it's a comb. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, what, like, would you fucking foresee that happening? No. So it's like, okay, accident from the point of a child, accident from the point, because Paige was watching him, right? Accident from the point of the wife. There's no one to really blame here, right? And I'm mad because the thing is broken, but no one's really at fault. And then there's the moment of your brain going, there's two paths here. There's nobody at fault. I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with my emotions, or I'll find somebody who's at fault. Somebody's definitely at fault, and it's not me. That me, you know.
That'll make me feel better. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, even, and like, to be perfectly honest, even before this step, and this is like, again, we're sniffing farts and patting ourselves on the back, and it's like, fuck that. But like,
hey, I'm listening to a podcast with these two guys who work from home the whole day, talk about how they're breaking the cycle.
Exactly. Like, just fuck off with our bullshit. But like, the part where you're even stopping for a second to consider the intent that went into it, and the difference between the tantrum, the ignoring of a previous warning, or the complete fluke, like, that's already a level of consideration that never would have occurred.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Right? Because it was a consequence-based world at that point, and that's all that matters, you know? So, even that step, even if the rest that follows is unhealthy, like, to begin with, that is on its own a cut above, as silly as that might sound.
My big thing that I'm going to try and beat for the next generation is something I think you actually have some experience with, and I could see it. I called my mom and dad for Father's Day. Right, Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Cheers, Happy Father's Day.
It's a good one. It's a good holiday now. Huh?
Ain't bad.
I like it. I didn't used to care all that much, and that was shame on me. Right. But now I had a long talk with my dad, and I have this realization every time I get off the phone with my parents. I'm like, they have literally never understood a single thing I've talked about to them in my entire fucking life once. Not like the way I feel, the way the things I like, what my job is, who my friends are, and like nothing. Like, completely just like, oh, that's nice. Oh, explain that again, and then you watch it go through the fucking ears out the other side. Bro, that sucks. Like, my kid's gonna be into the shittiest music you've ever heard. I'm gonna try and remember the band.
No, this might sound weird, but it's like, depending on the age we're talking about, and like the gap from parent to current generation, what a child is to a parent changes, right?
Yeah, it does.
Like, if you go far back enough, like, a child is an accessory until it's a worker.
The boomers thought kids were accessories.
You know what I mean?
The boomers,
yeah.
Like, I wonder, and I'm never going to ask, I wonder how much of my existence is owed to the fact that I am the child of a second marriage that would have had no kids, even though dad already had kids. Right? Am I going to ask, hey, did you only have me because mom wanted... Like, what? No! Don't ask that question! There's no... No! Even a 1% chance is like life-ruining knowledge. Can't have it.
Yeah, no. Meanwhile, I'm here, JoJo Part 5, in a lineage, you know, extending in both directions. But it still is one where it's like, okay, maybe this time we can reinvent the nuclear family. Maybe this time we can get it right. This'll be the shot.
I don't think the nuclear family was on the cards.
No, if we try hard enough and go to church every weekend, it'll all work out. You know. So
Wooly, you should have just gone to church more. More church for you.
That was the problem, actually. It was my fault for not believing hard enough, you know. When you
that's heavy, man. That's heavy.
When you like come across some of these moments, like, and you have that little reflection, the desire to not just like absolutely lose your shit at the ghost of a person of a previous generation that just was like, why was it so hard? Why couldn't you just grasp this one thing? And like, unfortunately too, I'm like then I start going like, is it because like You know, are we looking at a generation where like children are meant to be, you know, seen and not heard? Like, are you just going back to that accessory thing? And like where I'm now like, no, you're a person. I don't care that you're not an extension of me or really a sequel. You're your own thing, and we're giving that enough respect on its own to see what it is. Or just, you know, somewhere in between that where it was like, no, like you're not just an accessory. But when I'm upset, nothing else matters, and what I say goes, you know, and that's all there is to it, you know.
It's neither of those things, Wooly. It's the lead.
It's the goddamn fucking the goddamn
everyone. At the end of the day, everyone's always responsible for the things they do or say, even if what culture they live in or the times that they live in. But at the end of the day, you and me, like everybody our age, has to look back and be like, man, my fucking parents are riddled with fucking lead. The more than any fucking population in the history of the fucking planet.
That son of a bitch with his lead and his aerosols. Just in one fell swoop.
Midgley Jr. can go fucking burn in hell, that piece of shit.
Like, created a hole in the ozone layer to cook everyone and then simultaneously made them all too stupid to fix the problem. Like, bro,
that's the lead.
The 1-2 punch. Oh my god. Yeah, all right.
Also, someone in our chat points out that Stace McGay, thank you, Gen X has in fact gotten the most lead.
Oh boy.
Which is probably why, I don't know if you've noticed, but Gen Xers are becoming like the sequel to boomers.
I mean,
a generation raised to be like, well, when the boomers are done, it'll be our turn to be the boomers. And it's like, it's never going to be anyone's turn to be the fucking boomers ever again, dipshit.
Yeah. No, 1,000,000%. No, they were first on the line of like, so we're inheriting like this and getting everything that. No, you're still holding on to it. Oh, okay, well, but when do I get my turn? Nope, I don't get my turn. Okay.
By the way, the Gen Z and the Alphas also back on the lead because of the vapes.
You know, I've been missing this lead in my life. It's time to fucking
So like So like millennials and older Gen Z are actually going to be in a very strange position for the rest of our lives, where we're sandwiched between like undeniably brain damaged generations on either end, and we're the only ones that know how to use a desktop computer.
God. Yeah, man. I'm look, whatever it is, as soon as we find out what all this plastic in our balls really means.
I have such good news for you. I can tell you what all the plastic in your balls means.
What does it mean?
All those studies have to be thrown out and done over because the gloves that you use in a lab contaminate the sample.
Oh! There might not be plastic in my balls?
No, there is.
Oh.
Probably way less.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's a win. That's a win!
Because one of the things that always stood out to me about the plastic in your body studies was that you would hear it all the time. They could not find uncontaminated samples.
Oh.
Everyone had a level of microplastic in their body, right?
Man.
And it's like, well, if it's 100% of all samples, could it possibly be something in the testing or the lab?
Yeah. No, we take those. So okay.
Microplastics still bad for you.
Still in the balls.
Still definitely have.
Yes.
But
less.
But all the studies have to be done over with new, I don't know, vinyl gloves or something.
100%.
Because just touching the fucking dish and the samples with the gloves causes them to be contaminated with microplastics.
Updated autopsy report. Yeah. let's fucking get that on the file. God damn it, that rules. Wow. Okay. That is a significant glow up. It's not the full run back, but I love hearing that there is less plastic in my balls than I was expecting.
Also, the doomsday clock for climate change has been rolled back a little bit.
Oh, that's quiet. Okay.
We were looking at like a 4 degrees Celsius increase by 2100. We're down to a 2.8 degree increase, which is still cataclysmic and awful.
Well, now hold on. Well, hold on a minute though, because the doomsday clock doesn't just measure climate change; it measures all sorts of.
I'm talking. I use the term doomsday clock as just a term. I didn't mean the exact one.
Okay, because the specific one,
all right. The projections are down about a degree, and so my guess is that's because of China moving to green energy, probably.
Okay, yeah,
like nearly exclusively. Okay. But hey, yeah, that's better than unavoidable catastrophe.
Okay.
Moderate catastrophe.
Yeah, because I've just been kind of trying to walk around accepting the fact that, like, my nuts are made of Lego. Yeah. And, but I'm kind of like, but it's all of us, though. So we're all in this together.
To be fair, the one that didn't get rolled back, I don't know if we ever talked about this, did you hear about the tampon pad controversy?
This rings a bell.
So this is kind of so I don't know if you've noticed, but fertility amongst our generation is down.
Yes.
Compared to older generations.
Yes.
You've run into a lot more people that are like, oh, we're having try, or, they take a couple of years to, whatever. There's a strong possibility that is because all tampons and pads are soaked with arsenic and lead.
Okay.
Which is as something that you put onto or inside your body.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I remember.
Not good.
No, I remember hearing about this, which is why the rise of diva cups and other alternative things was starting to pick up.
Mm-hmm. Terrible.
Yep.
It's also the rise of the free bleed for Mother Earth.
Well, you got that too.
Not me to judge, because I don't.
The fuck you know about interior semiotics?
I mean, some.
Okay, well,
I'm a dad.
Okay.
I'm of the opinion, like, I gained a significant amount of knowledge, as I assume you did, during the pregnancy process, because you're hanging out with a lot of doctors.
Yeah, okay.
And you're having a lot of discussions about, and you're asking a lot of, so what's going on in there anyway? It's a bunch of
when do the SpaghettiOs get involved, or is that just no? Am I wrong on that? Okay. Well,
yeah, maybe.
Okay, good update. Yeah, I like that.
The plastic one's a good update.
Oh, man.
I'm very happy about it.
Okay. Shame about
it's not a get out of jail free card.
Yeah,
Let's all be very clear about that.
Yeah, no, and shame about the lead huffers, but
like it's not going to save me from the pica I had in fucking elementary school, where I would just eat pens. Like, I probably got a couple of fucking macroplastics floating around in there. But
Pat, I have a very important question.
Ask away.
You can be, and you have to be real. You have to be honest, okay?
Yeah.
Did you try the glue?
No, I was never a glue guy.
Okay.
No, I like the smell of gasoline.
Okay.
And when I was younger, when I was in like grade 5 or 6, I'd get anxious, and then the only thing I could think to do would be just like eat my pencil or pen, just eat the whole thing.
I never understood the glue. That shit was always crazy to me. It always seemed insane.
I remember somebody, hey, smell the glue, and I'm like, it smells bad.
Yeah, that never made any sense to me.
Yeah.
When I sipped a juice box, like apple juice, I would chew on the straw. I would chew on the straw afterwards for a while.
It's good. It's good. Get your nutrients.
Particularly, what I love to do, I love to freeze an apple juice, and then the first parts that defrosted were sweeter. Because the sugary parts defrosted first. This is some fat kid shit, but like, I used to freeze.
It's good.
Yeah, and then but then you would get those sweet things, and then you'd crush the frozen thing to create a slush, and then you get like a juice box slush, right? And then afterwards, I'd chew on the straw for a while. And that was like not that great a habit. But like, yeah, never did the glue shit, none of that. And really, the only thing was just later on lighting that rubber cement on fire was a whole lot of fun.
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's just cool.
Yeah, but it wasn't like fucking inhaling it directly or anything like that. So,
I was not a huffer. The kid who huffed a lot of stuff in elementary school ended up doing really well in my chemistry and physics classes.
Wow.
Because he downloaded the Anarchist Cookbook.
Wow. Okay.
And would just build, I don't think bombs, but I think he was building the prerequisite to bombs in his yard.
Starting to enrich the uranium.
Mm-hmm. And he did excellent in those classes. And my chemistry professor asked him, "Oh, you know all this stuff?" He's like, "I made some." And she's like, "What do you mean you made some?" He's like, "I made some napalm. I looked at the Anarchist Cookbook and I got some styrofoam."
I never got the Sharpie smell stuff. I still don't.
Nah.
That was never a thing. Like a lot of that smell stuff, it's like, no, anything that smelled too like toxic, strong chemical, I'm like, I'm not into that. That didn't do it for me.
For gasoline.
Yeah, I don't. For me, no, not even. Then they made the smell markers.
Smells like home.
They made smellable markers that were like, okay, if you're gonna smell them, at least smell something nice. I suppose
That's a bunch of bullshit.
Which was crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to think, but I guess no. I never. It was really just chewing on straws was about as much as it got, and that was because of the apple flavor. So, anyway, okay, just checking, because
just checking.
I'm sure there's a percentage glue consumption to, to year to date forward stat that can be tracked in some way, shape, or form.
By the time you reach adulthood, there's a fair amount of things that you've eaten that are not food. Some more than others, but they're not food.
Yeah, but if you play grapplers, the likelihood of a percentage chance that you that you have consumed some glue. What else did you do?
I also competed in the Sage AM Slam, in which my team went from second to fucking losers. Woo! I don't know what happened. We tried our best, but I guess everybody just improved slightly faster. Like, Noxus went from dead last to second.
Yeah.
Crazy.
The point
Very
destroy was nuts.
Aside from that, I hung out with the gals playing FF14. I'm back on Pragmata.
Oh, where are you at?
Not that far. I'm in the Terradrome.
Okay.
With the trees and shit.
Yep.
It's one of those things. You described the challenge missions to me, but I didn't really lock in exactly what they were. They're just like Metal Gear Solid VR missions.
The cabin missions. Yeah. They're VR missions completely.
Pragmata has such an excellent grasp of player empowerment and timing, and like it has such an incredible self-improvement loop where you go out, you fight some guys, you get some resources, you come back, you have bought upgrades, upgrade point upgrades, cabin point upgrades, Diana Rem upgrades, then you reorient your stuff, then you go back out, do something, come back, do a challenge mission, upgrade yourself a bunch in all those directions. And it's like every time you go out and come back, you're adding a new thing to do with your character.
It actually...
The pacing is so good on it.
It actually brings you back to base more frequently than I would expect in a lot of cases. Like, you do a quick loop and then it's like, and it gives you a chance to go get more shit at a pace that I'm like, oh, I kind of expected like a gun per level, an upgrade per level, and then they're also like, go hang out with the kid for a bit. And yeah, they really want you to constantly be changing your build up and trying out the new shit and giving it a shot, because like
I've walked into a build I really like right away.
Okay, that's what I was going to say, right? They want you to feel it out and then go, okay, lean this way. There'll be stuff to support that build coming soon.
I have locked in on multi-hack confuse.
Yeah, okay.
It's just like, I would like this entire encounter to just kill itself. Right, I'll fight the rest of the game normal, but when I run into an encounter that is like, ooh, it's a little juicy in here, just
spread it to everybody.
Also, those funnels are incredible. The funnel defense item is amazing.
I didn't use it that much, but it does build heat. It does build heat.
So I'm using the assault rifle, so I want to build heat.
There you go.
I'm going for a heat critical shot build.
Yes.
I think it's just so fucking slick, and there's all these little, like, I guess you would call them quality of life, but to me they're like more like, how do I put this, anti bad quality of life than quality of life. So like, I'll take like RE4 as an example, right? One of the things that happens in RE4 Original is the best thing you can possibly do is increase your damage on any given gun, because that increases your ammo economy, right? Like, you're always going to get this basic same amount of ammo, so if you make each shot do more damage, you end up having more damage. And then after that, in RE4 Original, you upgrade capacity, because when your gun has 0 bullets in it and you upgrade capacity, you get a full clip, right? In RE4 Remake, they made it so that the damage upgrades cost like 5 times as much. So, because they realized, like, okay, well, now maybe I actually do want rate of fire, maybe I do want capacity or whatever.
Now,
right?
you don't care about running low on ammo because each shot matters more.
In Pragmata, on top of that, you have like, hey, this is the maximum you can upgrade this thing right now. But then you have, when you're upgrading it in yellow, it'll go complete.
Yes.
And it goes, oh, I have actually finished maxing this thing out.
Yeah.
Like, hacks go up to 3. So I know that if I want to, have a good hacking, maybe boop, 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 just this. And then I'll have these, I have the one where you regen more health.
Right.
Depending on, right? And then it's like, well, it's not maxed out, but it's maxed out for now. But on top of that, I'm like, oh, I'll upgrade the shotgun 3 levels. Why only 3 levels? Because that's as much as I can upgrade it without using the special upgrade token.
The fucking good,
that you
the
only
good coin
use for special upgrade. And so it's like, oh, well, it would be a better thing for me to even that out and even this out and even this out and this out. And then as I hit the moment where I was like, I think I have everything I want maxed out and upgraded on my character, it goes, hey, by the way, you can equip more weapons. So pick a secondary on either side.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh, it's perfect.
That's
the
it.
Timing on it was so perfect.
And then you don't.
It's right when I thought I was done with the upgrade until I saw something I loved. But now it's like, no.
And then
start working on stuff you have.
Yeah, and then you go like, okay, which of these do I eventually want to commit like a slab to, right?
Yeah.
But it really does allow you to just, again, like, right, yeah, it lets you feel out the build, feel out what you want to upgrade a little bit, and then in some cases you'll be like, you know what, actually upgrade the child. Never mind this. Like, let's work on her stuff. Or
yeah, I was all upgrading all my guns and all of Hugh's personal abilities. And then I was like, no, I need to upgrade these hacks. I need to upgrade like confuse and multi-target and expose. And so now those are upgraded so that if I want...
Podcast pause! It's that nigga Gary. What's good, boy?
Yeah, I see it, Gary.
Ah! This is like the 3rd time it's happened. I'm like, shut down the stream. What are we doing? Hey, yo, run the set. Yeah. What's good? How you doing? Yeah. We talked about the slam a bit earlier, but it's the Gary detour every time. What's up? How you doing? All right. Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
We're talking about Pragmata.
I'm sorry.
No, that's good. Also, so I don't know about you, but like I did a lot of backtracking.
Yeah.
Because like you unlock like hold L1 to get rid of the spikes, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just go back and get every single goddamn item, and you get a lot, like a fucking crazy amount of upgrades.
Okay. So have you done any red rooms yet?
Oh yeah, I've done them all.
Okay, red rooms are my favorite parts of the game. And personally, to me, I suspect you might be similar in that as soon as you get the opportunity to get a red card, always go for it.
Oh, absolutely. Every single time. I've done all of them as soon as I could possibly do them right away.
That's exactly it. It's the funnest rooms with the best rewards, and they teach you things about your build and about crowd control and how to handle certain,
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Not yet, because let me tell you, so far, multi-target confuse has been doing a lot.
Eventually, more will enter things will change. Also, the problem you'll run into too is that's great for the encounter where you choose to use those, and then once you use them, you're back to picking up whatever the ground has to offer you.
Yeah.
Right.
Which, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Vanquish. Not just because it literally looks like Vanquish, but Vanquish has the system where if you don't use a gun and you pick it up, it upgrades, right? So you're incentivized to like really hoard your best weapon. This game, like, you're holding, like, right now I'm still holding like 4 shotgun shells, and then I throw the shotgun away. And then I'm just left to the mercy of whatever the fuck is on the ground. Now, I've only upgraded the shotgun on the red weapon side.
Yep.
So if they give me the charge gun, I'm like, well, I guess I just have to make do with this piece of shit unupgraded charge gun. Maybe I should have upgraded it a little. Because I don't have control over what's in my inventory a lot of the time.
I ran into that problem as well, and I found myself just basically like almost like when I pick up the charge gun in some cases, I'm like, I almost don't want to play right now, like, because I'm just like, I have to.
My charge gun is really bad.
I can't handle something in my face. You can't handle any point blank threats. You can only deal with them from a distance with time. And you'll find the room. Yeah, sometimes the room is giving you things you don't want, or the little vending machine outside of the room will sometimes only offer up the same 2 choices.
Shit you don't want.
That you
Both
don't want.
Shit I don't want.
Exactly. Right. So no, prepare for that. Prepare for that to happen. And unfortunately, ammo capacity is like
it's a late upgrade.
Very much so.
It is a strange system where they really want you just scraping everything off the ground. Where, like, most of the game so far with the shotgun, it's like damage up, rate of fire up, ammo. No. That's like the second to last upgrade on the fucking thing, right? Like, and like I upgraded the funnels, and they're like double capacity, but it shoots out 2 more, so it's actually the same capacity. It's just more damage.
Now, something it might be a little early for this, but like right now with I guess just like the mental stack of what to hack, what's open, when to shoot, when to reopen something, when to disengage, etc. Like, how are you finding that with
excellent.
Okay. And like, because I found that, like, as soon as like certain enemies got introduced, as soon as you started to see, like, the samurais kind of changed things up a little bit. But overall, like, you'll notice with modes that the way the game wants you to, like, essentially open up something, and then if you're not paying attention to how long it's open for, you might get distracted by a threat that's over here, and then continue working that on because you're like, oh, this is closer to death. But then now this bigger enemy that you had open is a bigger problem for you because you didn't immobilize it or whatever the case is. Or you use the riot buster to knock it down or something.
So my current plan is that if it's too many enemies to handle, I hack them to stop, to give myself some breathing room. But the general gist of it, the plan that I've actually locked in on, which is actually very unlike me in other games, is that I will go, okay, what is the maximum amount of these enemies I could remove immediately? So I will go, like, because a lot of the encounters has like a very large enemy with a bunch of annoying little shitheads associated with it. So I will be like, okay, hack the flying little annoying piece of shit, the one that's an obstacle in my mind, and use the resources I have to kill it as fast as possible. I don't want to be handling this enemy while dodging the big one. I want this one to be done, and that includes using 3 shotgun rounds 5 seconds into the encounter.
Yeah.
It's what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to get the amount of enemies down as fast as possible, because I would much rather fight a large enemy or 2 with no resources than fight 5 of them and, like,
have some stuff,
be taking them all as they come.
So what I learned from the VR missions and from the red rooms was the order of priority. And there's a point that I basically remember getting to towards the end of the game where it more or less just became like, these are the things that have to die first no matter what, and then in between focusing on the thing that must die, like avoid, dodge, play defense, and if you get a second while the thing that needs to die is like currently delayed or whatever, hack this, heat, drop heat on everything you can while like more or less staying locked in on one enemy, and that eventually builds up to the heat overload where you can then capitalize and do the melee and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
So a primary target, and then like systems for handling the distractions. There's essentially there's a boss, and then there are ads, and then when that thing's down, something else becomes the boss, and the other things become the ads.
Yeah, so the current priority for me is anything that leaves a ground-targeted AoE on the ground is number one, because it inhibits dodging out of attacks on reaction. Number two is any enemy that can shoot at you from range, because they can always hit you.
The zoners.
Number three is any enemy that is fast or has long melee range, so the samurais. And then becomes enemies that are none of those, but are easy to kill, like the standard walker enemies. And then dead last is enemies that can turn off your hack or shield themselves in some way, because I will need all of my focus on them. I can't be trying to bust out the red shields on somebody while I'm being shot at from three other directions.
Right. And then I think the last thing you're gonna take notice too of as well is kind of like we're describing to me in 14, the off rotation cooldown things. So you know, like what to do when you're dodging and there's nothing else going on right now. Like
hack.
What to do, what to hack, or what to go pick up. Sometimes it's not hacking. Sometimes it's resource gathering, right? What's happening while your bullets are empty, you're reloading, and you're currently empty-handed for red guns. What is your plan? What are you doing right now? Because you can hack something, but then, okay, it's open now, but you don't have anything to do damage with. So now what, you know? Do you distract it? Do you lock it in place? So there's a moment in the fight where you're empty and you got to go figure out what else to do. And those are the moments where I'm like, I guess that's not really a Resident Evil thing. The game, you know, is its own bit, but there's moments where it's like you're in a hallway, you have no space, and you have to deal with this very quickly. But then going to pick up whatever the room gave you and then re-engage once you have more ammo is like the next phase of it.
Biggest difference to a Resident Evil is the Resident Evil, you are starting an encounter in every Resident Evil with what you have in your pocket, and that's what you're gonna just fucking make do. And hopefully at the end of the encounter you can find something to replenish. I am running out of every single fucking thing of ammunition in every large scale encounter in Pragmata, and then having a moment mid fight going, what do you guys got over here? You got some fucking you got a decoy? Fuck it, I'll use the decoy.
That's it.
Oh, you got use charge
everything.
Rifle? Okay, I guess we're using charge rifle now.
Walk out of the fight empty if you have to, but you're alive. Yeah.
And that's why, and I think that's why they send you back to base so often, because that's the only way to just replenish
fill your
whole
pockets back up.
Pile of shit.
No, this is a really good example of a game that's like, it's not actually breaking new ground in a ton of ways. It's just doing simple things that everybody has seen and done and or experienced before, but it's just doing it really well thought out.
It's doing it super slick.
It's just doing it tight, you know?
What I was trying to say earlier about the backtracking, fucking A+ backtracking, shit ton of functional added dialogue for any given room between Hugh and Diana over and over and over and over. I was trying to find like a hidden chest that was in one of the first areas, like the literally first level, and I was passing back and forth the area that you get the globe from. You know, like very early on.
Yeah.
Every time I walked into the room, Diana had a different question to Hugh about his family or the way dinners worked or whatever.
Yeah.
So like as I'm going backtracking a bunch, there's still tons of back and forth all the time between them.
I got a bit of that. I didn't backtrack that aggressively. I mainly went back
all the items.
Yeah, I went back for red rooms and red cards primarily. But I didn't go back to clear out everything.
Backtracking in this game is crazy rewarding because the upgrade cadence is really fast. You get when you clear out an older area, you come back to base with just a shit ton. Like that first time when they unlock the challenge missions and you do all available challenge missions, you're like, I guess I'm just gonna upgrade myself to the moon.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I felt like I mean even just the way I was going forward at it, like I was getting a good amount of stuff between runs and a good amount of like, do I have over $1,000, and like one of the big upgrades? All right, fuck it, let's go back to base and dump into something,
I think the game knows how well it nailed the upgrade cadence, because when you walk up to the little ladder that brings you to the shelter, in the upper right corner it goes, hey, here's all the stuff you earned since the last time you went to the shelter.
Right. Okay.
And you like, hey, you earned like 2,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 5
tells you right
tokens.
there.
You want to go back? Because you could go back and get a bunch of stuff.
Or the other thing you can do is if you feel like spending not backtracking time, but time on the cabin missions, you can get some cabin coins, and those cabin coins unlock bingos, and bingos unlock weapons and guns and tech and upgrades
and secret reports
that are and lore, but there's upgrade paths in the cabin bingo games, if you feel like doing it that way too. So that's rewarding as well. No, great fucking game.
Yeah, game's super solid. It's super, super slick. I'm kind of loving it. Started on Father's Day, which was my master plan. It was not my master plan.
Naturally.
It was not my master plan at all. What else have I been up to? Aside from the slam, that's kind of it. Yeah, that's kind of it. As for what's coming up for Pat and the Pat and Paige show tonight, over at twitch.tv/PatStaresAt and youtube.com/PatStaresAt/live. I'm going to be hanging out with Ecto and Hina and Mint. We're going to be playing some 14 later tonight. That's going to be 7 p.m. Pacific. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, we're going to be playing Deltarune on Paige's channel over at twitch.tv/PeachSaliva and youtube.com/PeachSaliva. Now, do we want to do Deltarune at 8 a.m. in the fucking morning? No, of course not.
However,
but unfortunately, you people are singularly irresponsible with this shit specifically. I saw like half of the people who are going to stream Deltarune on my timeline yesterday talking about how I really don't want to have to stream it tomorrow, but people are so crazy about spoilers and content with this stuff that it kind of has to be the minute it comes out. Like the equivalent of calling you on the phone and being like, yo, you're gonna be really happy with that thing that you wanted.
I mean, I might have gotten lucky, but I've been chilling. Well,
that's because you never streamed it.
I did.
You did?
Yeah, I did 1 and 2 with Punch Bomb.
You did? Oh, when was that?
A while ago when they came out.
Oh, okay. Well, you haven't been up to date.
No.
If you've been up to date, then you lock into the nightmare. It's I don't know what it is. It's like the there are certain audiences, like I have gotten like really lax on like my own internal spoiler culture. Like it no longer is like a massive bummer. I'm mad and I don't want people to spoil me because it's inconsiderate, right? But, like, I've really relaxed. Like, there's a bunch of weird things that, like, especially doing this, where the only thing I know about a game is, like, the ending. Mm-hmm. I don't know anything else other than kind of how it ends, which is a very fucking weird way to interact with media. But, like, certain audiences are just way worse about spoilers than others. So, like, Deltarune and, like, JJK I think are probably the worst. I remember when people were like getting like real like chapters of JJK and they were being spoiled by people on the internet who stole like the chapters out of like convenience stores in Japan to upload them faster than the official release.
Oh my god.
Like
yeah, that's insane.
Just crazy. Just insane people.
So
Gary's saying the same thing. Playing Deltarune immediately can't trust the community. And like part of it is like artists. And like artists love to do great art. But like I bet by the time me and Paige finish the Deltarune stream tomorrow, there will be sick, nasty art of like the final boss that will have been uploaded hours before we finish it. How?
Yeah.
How did you get through it so fast? And then draw the big painting.
It's my relationship with all of that based on the channel and this show and everything has just become really, really weird. And I've gotten to a place where I'm okay and it's fine. But ultimately, it's one of like I still know that I enjoy media most as cold as possible. But I know that I'm not in a position where that's really possible because a lot of the time, due to negligence or excitement or one reason or another, people just bring it and they hit and whatever, right? I also, having gotten griefed over it, many times over the years, have just kind of been like, okay, I'm not going to mention it ever as an issue. I'm never going to bring it up again, whatever. Yeah. All the stuff from beforehand when people would be like, or even the things where it's like, when I would be told that like, sometimes we unintentionally or don't care about the things that we're willing to spoil or talk about things in a way that is too open or such. I'm kind of like, okay, the only winning move here is I still really care a lot in my head. I'm just not going to say anything about it anymore. And if it happens, that's just what it is. And I'll just have to experience the media in a suboptimal way.
It's a complicated thing where like bringing it up causes like a kind of a target to be painted on you on top of that.
Yeah, that's it. Like, there's just the only winning move is not to play. I still care deeply and I care a lot, but I've decided to stop talking about anything about that because there's just no other way to win that. It just sucks.
For me, I'm a person of breaking points where if something like smashes my worldview into bits, like I must change. So, for example, and I bring this up often, my view of my emotional takeaway from, let's say, YouTube comments fundamentally broke in 2016 when we put up that fucking Dark Souls 3 episode. Right? That shit just snapped me the fuck out of it, and it's been the same ever since. Similarly, for spoiler stuff, I like when FF7 Rebirth came out, I went on it super hard and tried to stay away from everything as hard as I could. But then Dragon's Dogma came out and I pivoted to that. And then I came back. And then when I came back, I was like, oh, I'm behind. But it was a long game. So I got to go as fast as possible because I don't want to get the ending spoiled for me. And I spent all this effort and speed and like long hours and like getting super far as fast as I can, and then playing the game in the evening like after the stream so I could do all the side content so I'd be ready for the stream tomorrow. And then I got to the ending and I was like, that's it, fuck, I worked super hard to not get spoiled by this ending sucks.
Right Not even worth the struggle.
Right. And so now it's just like, oh
yeah,
well, I would rather see a screenshot of a final boss 2 or 3 months later and go, I wonder what that is, than rush my shit off and go, oh, I'm so glad I fucking busted my ass to get... Yeah, fuck you, Simsy Fart. By the way, Simsy Fart in the chat, he was at the FF14... he was the potato. He's Simsy Potato. He's an artist that I follow because he did some art of us a while ago. I'm like fucking a month or two in, and then he posts a fucking screenshot of like the point of no return in FF7 Rebirth, but it had no text on it. It was just the screenshot. So all the filters that block out all the words I had banned didn't work.
Okay.
Because it was just a raw screenshot.
It was just yeah. Right.
And I'm like, well, I guess I know the exact moment the game ends. It wasn't a big deal. It really wasn't a big deal at all.
The way
it's just fun. It's just more fun to tell him to go fuck himself.
The way that I LP in particular is also really funny for this because, and by funny I mean it like fucking frustrating
like funny,
and
or like funny,
funny like God fucking damn it. So
your life is ruined. Hilarious.
Not funny at all. But just all this to say, emote mode, right, is not going to save you because the way I talk about things is sometimes I go, I wonder if this, that, whatever, plot gun, right? Yes, no, right? And or gray face, alien.
I've banned that shit.
Yeah.
It is the only banned word in my well, no, okay, there's a couple of very obvious banned words.
Sure.
But it is the only emote that is banned from my chat. It became so disruptive.
Like,
it was the most disruptive thing because I'm constantly going,
everyone thinks they're being coy. Everyone thinks they're being like tee-hee. And it's like, actually, there's 100 of you that just said what you just said is correct. Good job.
Coy, you're a bitch.
You have correctly guessed the thing. And I'm also putting a wave of these faces to confirm your guess is correct. Or also, close.
I'm not going to name names because I think they've been shamed enough. But during Dawn Trail, in the final area of Dawn Trail, I was doing one area a day, so I was behind the really crazy people. There was a mod in my chat that was afraid I was going to get spoiled, so they put it into emote mode. And then they got excited and spoiled me. So it was a sea of emotes, and the only thing I could read was the spoiler.
Oh, boy, that's fucking great. Oh, the excitement. Yep.
So I had a little baby crash out.
Yep.
And they got unmodded.
Yep.
Because no, like
that's
vindictiveness.
That's a wild sequence of events. You have to.
But you can't be in control of emote mode anymore. If emote mode wasn't on, I wouldn't have even
seen it.
I wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, and now, right, with the way that the fucking dual stream is set up, when a mod writes a DM message in the chat, it's a big red glowing box that warns you what's happening. So even more, that's a really funny kind of crazy sequence of I can't believe that. But yes.
Yeah. So, hey, listen, media is more important than its end resolution, but at the same time, like, hey, Deltarune / Undertale and JJK fans, F- for etiquette. F-. Okay? Outer Wilds people, Warframe people, A+.
Yep.
A+.
I know it's called the Second Dream. I couldn't tell you even remotely one thing about it.
The spoiler in Warframe is like 10 years old now, and no one ever talks about it.
And to be fair, I think this is something we addressed when we talked about like Persona 4 and other games where the whole point of the journey is this reveal to some degree, or at the very least a major payoff, right? So you're like, even if it's old, it's such a big incentive that I understand respecting that well beyond the statute of limitations.
I want to give a shout out to Persona 4 fans for B+ with
Culprit.
Atlas themselves being a double F-.
Yeah, Culprit was
genuinely never seen it before, probably will never see it again. Just fucking right out there, spoil it, who gives a shit.
A+ to 13 Sentinels as well.
Yes, all 4 of them.
Everyone, yep.
Me, you, and probably a couple other people.
The dozens of us out there talking about that game, just like no one is talking in detail, just you point people towards it. And I put out, there's that video of the spoiler-free reaction video which is just the highlight reel of me and Reggie like reacting to the reveals without telling you at all what the reveals are on camera. But there's just enough context in a little bit of the audio and like maybe one or two things that if you know, then you know, But there's nothing you can say for that game. You just have to experience it.
Hey, by the way, I want to give another shout out since I mentioned Warframe. Forgot to say it. I want to give another shout out to your friend and mine, Rebecca Ford, over at Warframe. I was streaming Pragmata yesterday, and people were asking me if I was ever going to get back into Warframe, to which I said, I don't know, I'm kind of intimidated. It's like a live service game that I haven't played for like 5 or 6 fucking years, right? And it's also like a free-to-play currency game, so it also has just like an explosion. So I reached out to Rebecca, like, hey, what do I do? And she actually got back to me and said that, hey, by the way, there's a golden path that you can follow that gives all the things in order. And then she also sent me a bunch of screenshots of an update tracker where every major update the game's ever had is now listed linearly in a menu with all the things that it added. So you can go, okay, when did I stop? I stopped here. This is the update that I should go do. This is the update I should go do. This is the update that I should go do.
But isn't that game like an online PvE straight line?
No.
Really?
No.
I thought...
Oh, my God.
Because every time, and even when we took a look at it a billion years ago, I kind of was under the impression...
It is so complicated looking now.
Interesting, okay.
So I'm going to send you an image. This is an image of the galaxy map, right? Mm-hmm. Every single one of those has like 5 to 10 locations on them. Mm-hmm. And some of those locations were added 8 or 9 years afterwards. So you start on Earth and then go to Mars, but don't go to Deimos, because Deimos was added 3 years ago and is like an end game open world. So you go from Earth to Mars to Ceres to Jupiter, but not the part of Jupiter that's the open world. And basically, it's supposed to be a spiral, but that spiral was made back in like 2016 or 2015, and then pieces get bolted onto individual planets at different times.
But you pick which direction to go in at any given moment. Then you don't have it's blah. There's not a like you're at this level, here is a planet to go to for being at this level.
No, it's like a line, but then it's been a while since I played it, but yes, no, you can log in and be like, I don't know which one is to go to now.
Okay.
Which is why they added the Golden Path, which I now know is based off of the Final Fantasy XIV MSQ. The ticker that you have, the quest ticker in FF14?
No.
There's in the upper left corner of your screen when you're playing 14,
literally the text that pops. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, right.
That like it's in a nice little box.
Yeah.
That is the impetus for the Golden Path because Reb plays 14.
It didn't exist before?
No. It used to be the MSQ would lead you to the next MSQ quest, but sometimes you would wander away and then you'd be like, where the fuck is or a patch would start and you're like, well, where do I start? Like, I remember when Heavensward came out. It's like, wait, where do you start Heavensward? Man. And now it goes, okay, you're going to go over here. But as always, Reb is the most helpful and kindest game developer. Thanks, Reb. So me and Paige are going to be doing Deltarune. Then on Thursday, I'm going to be doing a sponsored stream and then of something called Void Reaver. And then afterwards, we'll be doing Getting a 14 with Wooly. Then on Friday, I'm going to be doing a Happy Pride Month 24-hour stream where I will be playing Life is Strange for the gays.
Mm-hmm. Good for them.
Good for them. That's the name of the stream. It's a 24-hour stream for the homosexuals.
All day.
Open bracket.
All day.
Good for them. End bracket. Life is Strange.
All day, all gay. Good stuff.
So here's a really good example. I don't know anything about Life is Strange other than you complaining about the ending.
Really?
That is the only part of it, because I remember you and Liam played through.
Yeah.
That is the only part that has maintained in my memory.
Oh, you don't know any of the content.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, and the world is so different now because like at the time it was like, oh man, this game and it's hella and everything about the game was in this weird like alt telltale place, but after being like this really like goofy indie, whatever, after being this hipster ass thing, other versions and other sequels and things and spin-offs all came out and were not as good, so that people were yearning for that first one. So like the making fun of the first one has turned into, man, that first one was actually pretty all right, wasn't it? And you're now experiencing it all after all the fact. So like this is a wild thing that you, especially knowing nothing about it. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, interesting.
And on top, so it'll be that, and then so people are asking, just that one? I'm like, it's 16 hours long, and during a 24-hour stream, you take breaks. So that 16-hour game is probably going to take me about 18, 19 hours. And so when I finish that, I'll probably hop on Pragmata to finish out the remainder of the stream. Single dad game. Tangentially homosexual.
Yeah, I mean, for what it's worth, Life is Strange 1 is like, it's not even that gay. It's like, it's a bit gay.
I know it's gay.
It is a bit gay.
The thumbnail I picked is the girls holding hands on a train track.
It's not as gay as you think. Like, that's the thing. Like,
I don't know. I remember that time.
There is does could be gay, but there is does could be gay, but could be gayer.
It do
be gayer.
Yeah. And then is that it for me this week? I don't know. I have a lot going on. And then I'm gonna crash on Saturday, and then on the 28th, I'll more Pragmata.
Okay.
That'll be over twitch.tv/PatStaresAt and youtube.com/PatStaresAt, and the Deltarune one will be over on Paige's channel at twitch.tv/PeachSaliva and youtube.com/PeachSaliva. I think she might also be. It's up in the air, but Paige might be collabing with some of the girls on Thursday evening to do that Mecha Chameleon game, but that's still in the works. I don't think that's confirmed.
Okay, stay tuned.
Have you seen that?
No, but sounds cool.
Mecha Chameleon is like a hide-and-seek game where you have to put your character against a wall and then use your art skills to paint yourself hidden. Oh,
that sounds awesome, actually. That's great. You paint your own camouflage?
Yeah.
That's fucking great. Hell yeah. All right. Let's take a quick word from our sponsors.
Whom we love, as always.
Yes, sir. This week, the podcast is sponsored by Rocket Money. If you are a person living in the modern day, I have bad news for you. You might have encountered some modern problems. You might have subscribed to some services that you're currently paying for that you might have forgotten about. I can guarantee you that you, in fact, probably have not kept up with price changes and increases to stuff that you've subscribed, because who the fuck does? And there have been quite a few things I've signed up for that have almost made it a point of business practice to hope you forget. You know, I feel like some of these apps are like, if they'd lean in your window and blow some devil's breath in your face to make you forget.
You know they would.
To make you forget you subscribed. Not great. So Modern Solutions, Rocket Money, they can help you with that, because very quickly and easily you can keep track of all the things that you have signed up for, find unwanted subscriptions, and it'll help you unsubscribe from them as well. So a second thing that happens is a lot of these services will make it very difficult to unsubscribe. You might find yourself having to go through the worst I've seen, where you click a button in the app to get an email that is only valid for 5 minutes, and then once you go to that email, it leads you back to a website where you have to fill out another thing. And it's just made for you to get so frustrated that you don't bother, and like they can basically skip past that process and just completely cut it off and unsubscribe for you. And they can keep track of, whenever something changes price on you, or in some cases, the thing you subscribe to, you might notice in your PayPal that like it changes the name of the subscription as well, which is particularly not great. So,
you know what I'm a big fan of? Looking at your email, your bank thing, and it just says Apple.
Yep. Just knowing what the thing is.
Just Apple.
Yeah. So, Rocket Money can help you with that as well. Helps you cancel unwanted subscriptions. It has saved users over $880 million in canceled subscriptions, which is pretty great. If you're trying to get your budget in order and trying to figure out how to get your finances a bit tighter as well, this is one great way to do it. And in addition to that, you can get personalized insights, set your budget and goals, and check out your overall eagle's eye view of your balances and things like that. It can also help you with looking at upcoming bills, refunds, transactions, all kinds of stuff that it might get more complicated to track as the digital age of money transfer makes it easier to forget and not be aware of ingoing and outgoing expenses. When you had to I was going to say a toonie and a loony in your pocket, but for our American friends, when you have to grab a couple bills and spend them every now and then, you feel that in your hand. But when you have to tap or beep or even just automatically send something off, you don't really remember all the time. So, it was very easy when I took a look at that as well. And I remember some of the more extreme unsubscribing examples being just things I never want to experience again. So, Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money can help you reach your financial goals faster. You can join at rocketmoney.com/superbeast. That's rocketmoney.com/superbeast. rocketmoney.com/superbeast. Thanks, Rocket Money.
Thanks, Rocket Money.
Podcast this week is also sponsored by Factor.
I'm hungry. I hate that we read these at this time of day. It always makes me so hungry and upset.
Unfortunately, staying alive requires eating food, and eating food is annoying sometimes. It's a problem. If you're trying to eat food that, tastes good, but also makes you feel good and does good for you, that can be hard. It can be tricky. It can be expensive. It can be difficult. It can take a lot of time you might not have, and a million other problems, and so on and so forth. I have, in my quest to get better food in my body and to, keep up my remission, I feel like the struggle has been real. But it definitely is nice to finish off like a long stream like today and then just be able to grab something that is actually pretty healthy for you and tastes great as well. Because I'm not a dietitian, but leave it up to them to pick out the ones that will do best for you, right? You got choices too as well if you want to go with lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole foods, healthy fats. There's a lot to choose from, and Factor also bans 175 plus ingredients, so there's no artificial colors or sweeteners. If you're looking out for things like high fructose corn syrup, there's nothing like that. No refined seed oils, just nutrient-dense food. It's also fresh and never frozen, so over 100 rotating weekly meals to pick from. And you can get 70 plus add-ons to round out your nutrition as well if you like some green juices or peanut butter energy bites, whatever it is that's good for you that you want to start using in your regular diet. You can have it ready in 2 minutes. So check out Factor. Right now, let's see. I kind of lost myself a little bit. Head to factormeals.com/castle50off. And use the code CASTLE50OFF, and you'll get 50% off plus free daily greens per box with new subscriptions only while supplies last until September 27th, 2026. See website for details. That's factormeals.com/castle50off. Thanks, Factor.
Thank you, Factor.
Yes, sir. This week, the podcast is sponsored by Quince, and I have been rocking the Quince breathable gear. It's basically, I talked the other day about how nice it was to get it seems crazy to say it, but I got a Mongolian cashmere sweater, which is
sick.
Like, whoa. And it feels really nice. And I'm like, yo, I'm going to keep wearing this all the time. And it's also one of those things where it's soft and nice. And when I'm holding the baby and she's like, and like feeling and rolling, she like reacts nicely to the smooth, soft fabric. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. I appreciate that. So you can get yourself in on some like really good warm weather stuff ready for the summer as well. Good choices for your drip. But also, it's not, even though that sounds as fancy as it is, it looks pretty practical. And in some cases, I feel it's perfect for dadding it up. I feel like my wardrobe has been slowly becoming a little less video game t-shirts and a little more dad because I'm in that mood sometimes. You know, still going to be both. But yeah, if you want to get in with some soft and easy to wear, lightweight cotton sweaters, perfect for cooler summer nights, and stuff that's priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands, check out Quince. And I actually would say if you have not, if you don't know the softness of Mongolian cashmere, you're missing out. You're missing out. So elevate your summer wardrobe. Go to quince.com/superbeast for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/superbeast for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/superbeast. Thanks, Quince.
Thanks, Quince.
And last but not least, this podcast is sponsored by Warbeat Parker. As I have mentioned, the summer is upon us. The sun is trying to destroy us. Some might tell you the sun is friendly. Some might tell you the sun is on your side. I can assure you.
I've never been told that, nor have I said it to anyone else.
I assure you it's not. In fact, the only sun I can think of is that Mario 3 sun with the angry face trying to get you.
That's my experience with the sun, personally. I got to be honest.
Yeah. And, this is where you can help fight back against it because, you've got a nice pair of Warby Parker shades that you can get that's perfect for the summer that's upon us. I particularly found it super dope to just jump onto the site, use the... I took a look at my face and selected what I liked from the list and was able to virtually try them on. Super easy. The virtual try-on is works right away. It just kind of ARs, looks very realistic in the lighting configurations you're on as well. So it really does look like you're wearing a pair. And I was like, yeah, get me these ones. And it worked out. So I'm rocking them. And now the sun is super salty that it can't destroy my eyes every time I walk outside. It's pretty sick.
It'll find another way.
Yeah, it keeps it up. I know. I mean, I also have to, get that extra vitamin D however I can. But in the meantime, at the very least, while it's at its worst, fight back against the sun and get yourself a pretty cool pair of Warby Parker shades. They got also glasses. Everything is prescription as an option as well. They are, they've got the very useful, where was it? Service as well, where every pair they sell, they give a pair to someone in need. So they've distributed over 20 million pairs of glasses to people in need through Buy a Pair, Give a Pair as a program as well. So that's pretty cool. It's covered by major eye insurance plans too. So right now you can buy a pair of glasses and save 20% off any additional pairs at warbyparker.com/castle. That's 20% off any additional pairs when you get to purchase one pair at warbyparker.com/castle. WARBY parker.com/castle. And then you can dramatically rip them off like that.
Oh my goodness.
The coolest part. Thanks,
Warby Parker.
All right. got a couple things going on this week.
Hey, you mentioned like diet and stuff like that. So like I've been walking the child around for errands for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey buddy, we're gonna go to the grocery store. You know what? We're gonna walk to the grocery store, right? We're gonna get our steps in. And I recently found out that I have absolutely been like marathon training my 2-year-old by accident.
Oh yeah. You mentioned getting some steps in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I aim for 10,000, usually hit about 8,000, right? Maybe 9,000, maybe 4 or 5 days a week. And I'm holding hands with my little guy, and he's doing a great job. And then we go to the park and all that. And me and Paige were like running the math on that. And I may have been walking our son like 3 to 5 miles a day, 5 days a week, where the average for a 2-year-old is like 600 meters.
That's fucking crazy.
Fucking
wow.
whoops.
Okay.
And he's killing it.
Yeah.
But like, oops.
I mean, you got the body into conditioning for that. Like, absolutely. Now's the time. I mean, that's nuts. I remember.
Because like the babysitter came by and was like, wow, he can run really fast. And Paige was like, oh, well, you know, Pat takes him on walks every day. She's like, oh, how long? And she said, oh, like 5 miles. And the babysitter was like,
damn.
Shit.
Yeah, I've talked about how when I went to when I was growing up in Grenada, the regular everyday involved sprinting over gravel, and my
that sucks, dude.
And my feet became Ryu style, just calloused over, felt nothing, could walk outside no problem, stepping on any kind of texture, road, whatever. And that stayed at least for a couple years, but then completely softened out, as did my accent and everything else, as the islands slowly washed away out of me up here in Canada. But when you're a kid, that shit fucking absolutely takes. Your body is fully adapting to its environment. That's cool. Yeah. No, now my feet are all soft boy feet. Mm-hmm.
Good. Good.
I don't know which is more valuable. I don't know what the fucking what's.
I mean, are you living a soft boy life?
I can't pretend I'm not. Like this.
Then that's what you need.
Anyone who's doing a influencer ass YouTube Twitch job is a soft boy life. Don't pretend. So what's going on? Hey, if you're hearing my voice and it has been 48 hours since this podcast has been released, it is now too late to try and get yourself a Steam machine, because that shit has announced it has dropped its price alongside the various configurations. And as Yoko Taro said, while I was getting an endoscopy, it got released in Japan and sold out. They finally released the spec of the 4 SKUs for it. The options you're getting are Steam Machine 512 gigs for $10.49 US, which is $15.09 Canadian. You've got the 512 plus Steam controller, which is $11.28 US or $16.28 Canadian. 2 terabytes, no controller, for $13.49 or $19.19 Canadian, and 2 terabytes plus controller for $14.28 or $20.38 Canadian.
Times 14%. So if I wanted to buy a Steam machine, it would cost me $2,323.32.
That's where we're looking.
You described it as if it's been 48 hours, it would be too late to buy the Steam machine.
You'll be
right?
dropping
Because
onto
they're
a
doing-
wait list.
You hop onto the wait list, and then they're going to randomly send that out, yada, yada. I would say it is too late to sell the Steam machine. The time for this literally came and went a couple of years ago.
So, funny enough, the story that came out alongside this, I definitely wanted to see, because I was, for a while there, I was like, okay, my PC's overdue for an upgrade, my video card's overdue for an upgrade. Would it make more sense to...
No.
Well, so there's a couple things with this. They also announced that, like, if you want to, you can make your own Steam machine, right? With the SteamOS 3.8 release, they basically have the ability to put together using your own PC parts and whatever, so you can create your own box. And the other thing that came alongside this was them saying that they wanted to... the price is significantly more than they originally envisaged, and it is the quantity at launch is less than they wanted to make. And they basically pointed out that in 2023, when they were putting together the plan for it, this was all prior to the explosion of the fucking crisis on all parts that's been happening, and everything, of course, that AI has ruined in the meantime, making this very predictable outcome of them not being able to offer the amounts or the pricing that they wanted to with it. So this is what they're looking at.
It's weaker than a PS5.
Let me see here. God damn it, Sif Davis, why must you fucking pollute everything? Yeah, that's what they're doing. Where's the full stat breakdown on it? Hold up. I also I'm curious about the controller Steam machine stats.
Yeah, it's weaker than a base level PS5,
Okay.
but you'll be able to control your settings. But like they described certain games having to be dropped to like 1600p in order to maintain parity with like PS5 versions.
I feel like the size of AAA things means 512 is like
Absurd.
that's
Useless.
insanely small. That's just not going to be able to do anything. I mean, I guess it's like just to offer a different price point, but like you're basically handling a 2-3 major games at a time, maybe even one big game and then a bunch of indies, yeah.
It's underpowered. It's overpriced. And like, let's be super clear. If Sony were to put out a new console, it would be wildly overpriced right now.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be insanely overpriced, and they'd sell it at a loss to make up some of the difference, right? The Steam machine's like terrible pricing and stats is a factor of the hardware market, not Valve.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still fucked up, right? I was talking at length about this yesterday on my stream of like, I'm so excited for Xbox and Sony to put out machines that are going to cost like $1,500 USD and then be like, that's crazy. The attach rate to these systems is terrible. Yeah, because it's too expensive. The fucking Switch 2 is too expensive.
Everything like that. Everything from basically since 2023 and at least until 2029.
Remember when the 360 was king of the world and then the new consoles came out and people were like, when are they going to stop upporting 360 games? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
When are we going to get a real advantage of this next gen hardware? I would say that the current level of game that you're seeing right now at the upper tier is as good as it's going to be for like 10 more years outside of first-party Sony. I was going to say first-party Microsoft, but that implies that a first-party Microsoft game will ever come out again.
Well, I guess we'll see. I mean, apparently OD is being published by Microsoft. So.
Now, personally, I'm fine, and I have a strong PC over to my right that I guess I'm not going to be upgrading anytime soon.
So mine's. I haven't touched it in a minute. Mine is a bit overdue, and I'm like,
what's the card in there?
Fucking. I'd have to go.
I bet you it's a 3080.
I think it is.
That'll probably do you for a while.
But but like some of the things where like where I was getting like hiccups in like Street Fighter 6, for example, and a couple other things where I'm just like they're after hours and hours of trying to anyway, I definitely am at a point where I'm like, there's some stuff that's happening with the setup that is, I'm not running into it like every single time, but I'm running into enough issues that I'm like, yeah, it's overdue for an update, right? But yes, I do know what DXIAG is. But
I was hoping to like get a Steam machine and have that be the thing I stream games on, and have this PC turn into like a recording PC. That was a fucking stupid idea that I had in my head. What a stupid fucking idea.
I think,
and because this thing runs Linux, I know it won't be able to be a fucking stream machine because it won't be compatible with fucking anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a crack. I'll see what ends up happening. But I think like the updates, if the new video card, plus a couple other things I would want to do with my setup, would unfortunately also run very, very expensive. But I imagine if I can end up in a situation where some of the shit that I'm seeing, the problems I'm seeing happening right now with my setup doesn't happen anymore, then that'd be a net positive overall for at least how I'm LPing things. But, I think
By the way, I just want to take a second. Every time I complain about Linux not being compatible with something, we see the same progression of statements always, every single time. I'm frustrated with the way Linux handles compatibility. Someone yells out Proton, someone yells out Wine, someone goes, you'd be surprised, a lot works, followed by somebody going, OBS fucking sucks on Linux. It's such a piece of shit. And it's like, every time you talk to somebody about Linux, you go, man, I don't know about compatibility. And they go, everything on it works perfectly, except for the only thing that you would actually want to use it for. The only thing that you want to use it for, that's the one that sucks, actually.
I know and I respect that there's so much you can do here if you're willing to fight for it. I'm not willing to fight for it. I've also this is the thing too. I'm coming from a place where like, I've spent a lot of time back in the day opening up my fucking computer and getting in there and replacing parts and tweaking and and all that stuff. And I kind of just don't want to do it anymore.
I also don't want to do it anymore.
I've spent a good couple decades of my life in there, and I'm kind of over it. I kind of just want thing that work for job.
I would very much like thing that work.
So this is my attempt at seeing it work for job. It's just like when I the last time, or no, maybe 2 PC breaks ago, it mentally broke me too, and I kind of went, nope, I'm not sitting here spending the day with just everything strewn out, and I just didn't have the patience or the time, and I'm like, I'm over this,
Oh, by the way, can you hear me right now, Wolves? Because you are frozen, and I am also frozen.
Sorry. Yes, that was the fucking case in point. It's not the same PC setup.
The ghost in the shell is angry.
It is, as I'm describing the problems of my other PC setup, and then this PC setup is also not happy about me talking shit about the other PC setup. But regardless, the I basically was just like, okay, I'm gonna either end up replacing, CPU, MOBO, fucking video card, and do something about my RAM or whatever, or grab one of these and see if it played the game and do the thing. And
I'm super torn as to like the purpose of the Steam machine and who it's supposed to be for. Like, it's dead ass right in the middle of the console versus PC price point, but doesn't do anything that much better than either in either direction.
I think the idea of, hey, it's like your Steam Deck, but you plug it in at home and it did you just there went the comb. Okay, we didn't hear like a with a cat or anything afterwards, but
no.
Yeah, all right. No, there was a time and place, like you said, and I think a couple years ago would have been ideal for exactly that. Like, for the, like, hey, this can be if you want to be a PC master race gamer, here you go. This is your all-in-one solution. You don't have to think about the word console ever. In fact, here's a brand new controller for you, and this is all going to be, and this is, look, hey, it's an affordable, or at least competitive for the console pricing that we're seeing box for you to pick up. But PCs cost more, so you're okay with that. And then, like, that is not the way things have turned out, certainly. That being said, I know, too, that...
I didn't think it was going to cost this much, but then also be underpowered. I think that's the part where I'm, like, actually just falling on it, which is, like, what the fuck? Why would I pay double the cost of a PlayStation 5 for something that's doesn't run games as well as PlayStation 5?
Well, I'll let you know. Beyond that, and the make your own 3.8 release as well, we got some weird shit with Halo Campaign Evolved split screen on PS5, where apparently it was announced that you would need...
oh, man.
If you wanted to play split screen on Halo Campaign Evolved on your PlayStation 5, you would need both accounts to have a PlayStation Plus account and be linked to a Microsoft account. And having the subscriptions would also provide access to online co-op play.
Then they
corrected
came out and said, no.
Actually, you don't need a PlayStation Plus account for local co-op split screen. You just require a regular PlayStation account, but each player does not require a Plus account, but you still do need to have it connected to your Microsoft account as well. And holy fucking shit, I just missed the days of pressing start.
What?
I missed the days of pressing start. Like, for co-op, for just local couch fucking co-op.
Well, no. So this is Microsoft just needs you to have a Microsoft account. They need it. They need it.
Sign into everything under the sun to fucking.
You know what my favorite thing about this is? So games have this problem worse than movies, even though movies have been around for so much longer. There is enough modern-ish games now to play forever. Like forever. My Steam library, if I just sat down but I'm never allowed to buy a new game, I could just fucking play that literally until the day I die, right? So you're competing against everything forever. And so Microsoft goes, man, this is fucking Halo. They'll do whatever the fuck they want. We want, man. It's the Halo. It's the fucking shit.
Let's farm some accounts.
It's a remake of the first one, but still. And so they're like, yeah, if they want to play Halo, they'll just do this. Or else they don't have to do this on our system. And the end result is any amount of inertia to me hopping on and playing it pain-free goes, I'm just going to skip it.
Yeah, well, it's like every time something it's like anytime something gets put on Steam where it's like, oh yeah, you want it on Steam? Okay, here you go. Let's just farm your account while you're at it, and you'll have to sign into this stupid side thing where it's actually going to run worse and make everything more annoying. Then you're like, well, if you don't want it annoying, then come over to our platform. And it's just like, yeah.
No,
well.
I'm gonna go play something else. No, like we're at the point where like you'll look in Steam reviews and you'll see like a not insignificant amount of people be like, can't disable the launcher, pass. Like for anything, for any given fucking game.
Just the slightest dumb resistance is even more of a disincentive because you know it doesn't have to be this way. You know it doesn't have to be this annoying. It's just an add-on to bother you.
So you know,
and farm your fucking email.
They make the Pathfinder games. They also make Rogue Trader. Mm-hmm. They put out a launcher for Rogue Trader a couple of days ago, and the only reason I have a launcher is to have like an account or whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was people were so fucking mad and bombed the review so bad they've already walked it back this morning.
Incredible.
Because it is like literally the difference for that grognard ass PC fucking RPG crowd of like, I will just not buy it. I just won't. I don't give a fuck.
Man, when we fucking were working on Tomb Raider,
oh yeah, dude.
And it's like, sign into your fuck shit, bullfuck shit, fuck Squeenix account, and just like the fact that shit, like that stupid menu and the prompt and everything that was like breaking compliance at points, but like had to be in there. And it's just like, this would go so much smoother. This would simplify so much. It would be really, really compliant if you didn't have this stupid fucking check in the beginning of the game where after the person has signed in, but before they've created a save file, you're asking them for an email that it's going to check off the servers, and you're just like...
So, Wooly, this is tangentially related. You know what the biggest reason people don't play FF11 is? Getting an account is actually wildly difficult.
Amazing.
You probably dealt with a little bit of frustration with the way FF14 handles its accounts through the Square Enix system.
Yep,
the play online annoying. Thing is like 100 times worse. It's so bad. I have known people who have bought FF11 and then had so much frustration getting their shit going. They're like, fuck it. Don't even care.
And like, it's so like, I'm surprised at this point with how popular it is that I didn't see a button that just says log into Facebook to log into FF14. You know?
Yeah.
Because that shit,
no, they got it.
That lazy,
that they got to do it their way.
There was that fucking annoying process, like the absolute, just like, no, or just click this Facebook button or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Fine. Fuck. God damn it. Now you see my whole life and all my and just, now you got everything. But I'm so annoyed at this stupid process that I'm just like, yeah, okay. Log in as me in this, or log in as me in fucking Google or whatever it is, you know? Incredible. Anyway, yeah, the update on that is just only slightly less annoying than we thought.
It's crazy how badly Microsoft has like driven Halo into the dirt since Bungie left. Just wild.
Well, we'll see what happens with, again, apparently we're finding, so Microsoft is publishing OD, and maybe that could be the new thing. Kojima said that nobody wanted OD because it was too weird and everyone thought he was crazy and they didn't want to publish it, and Microsoft said, you know what, we'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I'll wait for the PlayStation 6 port after Microsoft exits the console race.
I can't wait to hit it on Steam.
Yep.
While we're talking about PCs and you know, master racing and so on and so forth, just a side PSA, but apparently hackers have started distributing malware through anime girl wallpapers on the Wallpaper engine of Steam Workshop.
Yeah, that's why when you go to Wallpaper Engine and it asks you, do you want anime wallpapers or not? And you go, no, I don't want them.
Anime wallpapers specifically are a liability. That is,
you know why, right?
Why is that?
Because anime fans are just going, oh, let's go Satoru Gojo.
Yeah.
I need to download it. Like,
gotta get Gojo. Yeah,
gotta get that Gojo.
Get all. Yeah, I mean, damn. Have you seen those eyes? Like shit.
No, I haven't. He's wearing a blindfold, or is this a thing?
No. Well, when you see them eyes, though, you will understand, and then you will and then you will download the malware.
Dude, I gotta say, being all the way out on something that's really popular has such like hilarious, weird side effects. Like, the only thing I know about Satoru Gojo, like literally, is a TikTok from a guy who was laughing because his nephew was arguing with his grandfather at Christmas as to whether or not Jesus could handle Gojo's infinite whatever.
His domain expansion.
and scrolling past on social media and being like, oh, that's a really hot cosplayer. Who is this gray lady with sunglasses they're cosplaying? And it's like, oh, they're doing a cross cosplay of Satoru Gojo. And I'm like, I guess that's what he looks like.
Let me tell you right now, for the record,
I saw that first. I saw that before what he looks like.
For the record, Jesus Christ of Nazareth would get fucking cooked by Gojo, bro. Fucking low diff. Like, bruh. Not even. Not even.
I gotta say, Wooly,
Christ has no chance. I'd win.
As a 40-year-old man who used to watch a lot of battle anime, I gotta say, the new language around this shit actually kicks ass. I love low, negative, medium diff.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
But I also love feats in the verse. Like, they don't even have any feats to their name or in the setting or in the logic of the setting or whatever.
God damn it.
Like,
is he back? Hold on.
I'm moving in super speed because of
You're back.
domain expansion.
Feats to their name.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it just there's no way around it. Like the terminology has gotten better. I do agree with that. Because like quite simply, you would watch Jesus Christ get folded. Like there's no question in my mind whatsoever. Gojo takes it free. Not even. Next. I want in on that kid's debate, actually. I'd love to get in on that one. I mean, while we're at it, do you want to start talking about which of the Mangekyo Sharingans is the most effective and the strongest?
Oh man,
you know, because
is it the Renegon?
No. The different manifestations of the Mangekyo Sharingan. There's different for each individual eye and each individual use case. So,
bro, I got out of Naruto when the going was good. 1, 3, 4. I'm out. Goodbye.
Now, technically, Madara has one that was unnamed, and if you played the games, you'd find out that one makes time go backwards and the other makes it copy whatever he sees. But I'm going to say Kamui, because really and truly, the ability to just pull yourself to an alternate dimension, come on, that's busted as fuck. And then you want to put a Susanoo on top of that? Hey.
How does that scaling compare to Cosmic Superman? Whatever. Well, I don't know. Dude, I get just trapped in just the trashiest garbage on TikTok. I fucking love it. I love how shit it is.
Oh, yeah, if you can build an empire on just making shorts about that shit, by the way. Like, all day.
You need some good funk in the background, but there's plenty to choose from.
But I say all this, right? We mock, but in my brain, I'm still just like, okay, but the Shibuya incident is fucking sick, though. Like, unironically, straight up, no jokes, the Shibuya incident goes fucking nuts. It goes hard as shit. Like, and that's real, you know? I will sit here and laugh, and then in my brain just play, you are my special. So, all right. What else is going on? Listen, talking about anime power scaling, talking about aura, talking about who would beat who. Kenshiro. Fist of the North Star Kenshiro, the subject of many a power scaling argument.
He would win.
He would win, except
that's like a. There's like, you could just assume that that's a correct. He would win, and then we can talk about other, like, yeah, it becomes like a line, who would beat Kenshiro kind of thing.
Except that the competition we're talking about today is the who has the worst character reveal trailer I have ever seen in a fighting game.
Oh, yeah?
Congratulations, Kenshiro is the winner. They just revealed him for City of the Wolves. It is the single worst trailer I have ever seen.
4 days ago?
For a fighting game character being revealed. It is fucking cheeks, bro. It's crazy. Name me one thing you would like to see in a fighting game character trailer reveal.
Them doing moves.
Okay.
Them fighting.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, fighting, I'm going to have to take that one off the table. Moves.
Are you serious?
Yeah, we can show you a move or two.
Oh my god, I can't see it. The text is...
I can show you a move or two, but you might have to squint between all the, like, reference, like, because all the pop-up, like, you know, Hokuto, Shomo, Show, like, 100 crack first. And
okay,
it's doing all the style
content.
stuff. Yeah. Would you like to see, I don't know, survey says, a combo? Would you perchance, like...
I would like to see, like, 5 seconds of match.
Of match? Yeah, can't do that.
Well, that's straight dog shit. That's crazy.
Can't do that for you. Can't do that.
That's wild.
It is a trailer that shows you a single move of, like, hey, look, it's like in the show. And then he does another move, and it's like, hey, look, it's that one move like in the show. And then it shows you a very, as you can imagine, like, you know, cutscene moment, and then the trailer's over. And you're like,
this feels
are you
like
what are you
trailer?
And this is the Tifa drop of your season. Like, what are you doing, guys?
This feels like a trailer made by somebody who not only doesn't understand fighting games fundamentally, but as somebody who doesn't understand media in general, and chose this character or made the deal for this character based off of fame and, you know, an CEO idea of market share or whatever.
I'm like trying to picture the idea of, like, you know, maybe the Fist of the North Star's license holders being like, we don't care about the combo, we want to show the identity of Kenshiro or whatever.
Man, they gave that, but they gave Kenshiro to RGG to do a full game,
and the insane sauce that he has in that game amongst everything else is now in everyone's heads is like, this fucking shit goes crazy, right? So I can tell at the very least that, like, whoever was in charge of that definitely was at odds with, I guess, the developers, because immediately after that ass fucking trailer dropped, a bunch of dev matches started showing up of just like, okay, but here's how he actually plays them, and like, here's the gameplay, and here's the moves, and here's a bunch of and they put up a bunch of matches to just be like, okay, no, but please watch these other things. But I just thought it was kind of insane that, like, the big reveal character for the season had it's the worst I've seen. It's the worst trailer I've ever seen for a fucking character. Absolutely nothing of interest, and the one thing that you're kind of like, okay, well, he's gonna do the 100 crack, and it's like, yeah, absolutely nothing special to it there. Man, that's a anyway, whatever. Wild fucking that's a big get, and it just
Man, when they showed off Yasmin, like the whole Yasmin trailer is just like, look at all this stupid shit you're going to be able to do with this character.
Look how hard
for
this
like
goes.
Multiple minutes.
Yeah. No, it's just flaccid in the way that, like, again, I think it's just like you're going to be like, oh my god, it's the legacy of the character. I don't care what game this is I'm looking at. Almost is what the people making it were thinking. Very weird. Beyond that, also in fighting game news, there was, I guess just some more info about like what Virtua Fighter Crossroads is going for.
It's going for complete global domination.
It wants to saturate. It wants complete saturation. It does. It wants to take over the fighting game world, but it wants to do so using the power of like not fighting games, and it's going to trick you with a story mode.
That's
it's going to trick you with a story mode.
In fighting games has ever done.
Ah, shit.
The devil's greatest trick was trying to convince you he wasn't real.
Yep. They also are specifically saying we don't want people to think that this is just RGG cross Virtua Fighter. So there's
fucking insane thing to say,
but quite frankly, describing the world, the pseudo open world, and the side quests you'll be doing, and how those are going to affect things, and your character will grow, and then you're going to have main quests and get into those. It's like, but you're building mini Yakuza, like just
insane.
It's just what it
thing
is.
To say. Insane thing to say.
Yeah, and the other thing too is that they basically were saying like we had to have a decision inside to go, do we, as we want to approach with this new story mode and everything, do we want to respect the previous series and everything that they were building with their story while we take a bold new direction? And what about the legacy fans of? And it's like, are you out of your fucking mind? Burn it all to the ground, you assholes!
So they're not gonna
shut the fuck up. Nothing that has ever happened before this second matters. Start from scratch. No one cares. It's fine.
So I have a little bit of info from Rufelmonger's channel on this.
It's never been more fine to throw everything out.
The implication is that one of the 4 character stories will basically tie up the J6 stuff. Probably Stella.
The evil corporation.
Stella is probably Dural.
I'm imagining you're not a clone. Your age is too wrong to be a child of Sarah, so you're a Dural clone that is doesn't know it yet. I could see that easy.
Now that being said, I believe
Stella Bridge.
This is what Rufelmonger brought out of the interview, which was somebody asked one of the leads about the Satan shark.
Yes,
and
Jeffrey.
If we were going to see a resolution, and I think the quote is that there are some things in the Virtua Fighter story that we feel we should put a rest to or an end to after all this time. So I think they're implying that they're going to have like maybe Jeffrey's side quests.
It would be awesome if Jeffrey was just chilling with his best friend, the fucking shark. That would be great if they just came to
they're friends now?
It would be great if they came to some sort of understanding.
Because like the last part of Jeffrey and the shark story was that he was going to use the money to get an even bigger super boat to catch
the shark.
But then Judgment 6 kidnapped the Satan shark in order to have its abilities rolled into Dural.
Makes sense.
And so I think where we left it is that the Satan shark was under lock and key by Judgment 6.
So then Jeffrey frees it and then becomes friends with it, and then we have almost like a Balrog Ed situation. We got Jeffrey hanging out with the shark. Now, for the uninitiated who are out here going, y'all talking about J6? What the fuck? The evil
Judgment 6.
The evil corporation from Virtua Fighter 5
in Virtua Fighter. Virtua Fighter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The unresolved plot J6, of course.
The creators of Dural, the ultimate fighting template.
100%, and people who work for the evil corporation are absolutely known as the J6ers, and they have to be stopped.
Yeah, they keep trying to clone Sarah over and over.
And the funny part is that
they stole Vanessa's melanin. That one was weird.
That was really weird. I have to say.
I think more than anything, that's
God
why
damn
we're
it.
never going to see Vanessa ever again. I think they want to bury that nonsense.
You think
deep?
You think MMA Boy is the Vanessa
Oh,
replacement?
Cielo has her.
Yeah.
It's the same animation.
They also said that story-wise, some characters might not be seen again because they'll have moveset replacements. They did straight up admit that there will be inheritors of the style.
Lao and Sean
are dead.
Fucking dead.
They're just dead. They're old men dead, gone. Yeah. Unless
Lao was suffering from lung cancer for like 20 years.
Unless it would be hilarious to make him still alive.
That'd be so fucking funny.
But yeah, no, that's all there. And the funniest part about this stupid Dural clone Virtua Fighter fucking story and shit is that now more than ever, the AI stealing the fighter's data to comprise one big robot that fights.
It's very actually appropriate.
It's the most prescient it's ever been. Now is the time for Dural. Dural was the dumbest ever for every year until right now when we're throwing it all out. God damn it.
I would like to shoot my shot on the resolution of the Satan Shark storyline.
Please.
We saw Jeffrey's name and he's got side quests in fucking VF Crossroads. So Jeffrey will be there. I think Jeffrey's new design will be a cool older guy, like older as you would expect, wearing like a kind of like open linen beach shirt. And he will have the largest, most expansive shark necklace.
Yeah, the teeth.
Shark tooth necklace. Like, his whole chest is shark
That's
teeth.
the other way to do it.
And you will be like, I guess he fucking got him.
But, you know, there's something nice to the he rescued him and now they're living together, you know?
Why would he work with the Satan Shark? He fucking hates the Satan Shark.
But that's the twist. That's the unexpected. You know, it's not quite your Moby Dick tale. It changes. It shifts at the last second.
You know, Ruffelmonger made a really great point that the story of Virtua Fighter is so direly empty that the Satan Shark is actually the most interesting thing in the series. It is the only storyline in the entire series that has like any meat to it at all.
I can't think of anything else. I literally
Kage's mom gets kidnapped by Judgment 6 and turns into Dural in Virtua Fighter 3. They want to clone Sarah, and Sarah was evil in Virtua Fighter 1 and 2.
What made Akira put the hat on? This will be a question.
He got old.
That's it. Like he just But then he's also.
By the way, Akira's.
But he's super famous.
Akira Yuki is in the trailer for Crossroads. He's in the background of the restaurant.
Oh, sick!
When they're having that scene,
interesting.
Pi and him are chit chatting, and she's taking his order.
Okay. Yeah, I could see him just being like he's the world champion, and then now he's got to lay low, and he's like he doesn't like the fame and all that shit. You know, could be.
And like it's really funny because they're like Pai Chan is a character with no story. She is a Jackie Chan,
daughter of Lao.
A send up. She's Lao's daughter. And he wants to teach her his style, and she's like, "No, you suck, Dad. You're an abusive piece of shit. I'm not going to learn your style, right?" And so he's searching to in VF Crossroads. She is running a restaurant just like her hated father, who was a chef, and she does not use his style. Like she never learned it. And Lao totally died without passing it on to his only daughter.
Go fuck
where
yourself.
She took after him as a chef.
There
and
you
like
go.
that factoid is more storyline than you got in Virtua Fighter 1, 2, 3, 8, 4, and 5. Like it's crazy how there's nothing. Do you know what?
What?
You know what Wolf's reason for entering Virtua Fighters tournaments are?
Well, I know that we saw his story in the introduction of him, where they said like he's been washed up since the wrestling of 10 years ago, and
yeah, but you know why he's in VF 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5? Because Akira beat him in Virtua Fighter 1, and he's like, "Fuck that." That's it. That's it. That's the whole. That's it.
Isn't that also Go's story?
No, Go was a Judgment 6 operative sent in to take out Akira during the tournament.
Oh, I thought he had beef from losing to him.
No, he's a murderer.
Okay. What the fuck is?
That's why he has piercings, even though he's Japanese.
What the fuck is Brad Wong up to? What is he even?
Is that a person? Did you invent that character?
The kickboxing fucking dude?
You mean Brad Burns?
Excuse me, Brad Burns. Brad Burns. Excuse me.
He needs money so he can date beautiful women.
Okay. What's Jean Cujo up to?
He's also a Judgment 6 assassin.
Oh, no! Oh, fuck all of this bullshit. Throw it out! What are you asking? What are you asking? Should we save this shit for? Are you out of your minds? Throw this shit in the garbage. Fucking windmill it into the trash.
Have Stella being a clone of Dural being the final, like, little loose end tie up of this nothing.
That's crazy. What's Aoi up to?
Showing off the glory of
her style,
Aikido to the world.
Sure, fair. All right.
This is like below 4-year-old playing with their toys level narrative. Like 3 or 4-year-old with their dolls.
We debated very hard.
Has more going on than this.
We debated very hard about whether we should keep the old narrative or whether we should start from scratch. We just want to honor what was there before, and we want to make sure we don't trample on what was established.
Now, Gatora fan in the chat points out an interesting idea, which is, what if Judgment 6 was actually just the Jingwon Mafia from Korea? What if it was the Koreans again?
Together. What if we find out that 10 years later, Lion made allowances for old men?
You know what, man? I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you.
I don't care if no one laughs. I laugh at my own shit.
I gotta tell you, Lion is the character that I most want to see in Crossroads.
Yeah,
because he's a character whose whole identity was that he was like a young teenager who was like a piece of shit. So he'd be an adult man.
Yeah.
Like,
at this point,
most different of any character.
He would be, and he might even be on his way to becoming an old man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here, and just
the Satan Shark did not take part in the J6 incident. Says
the Satan Shark was a victim of J6. This is true.
Yeah, it's true.
This is canonically true.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, that's true. They were there. They were there.
They were there. A victim.
I fucking love Virtua Fighter so goddamn.
You really do. You really do.
I love it. It lives in my fucking heart, dude.
Yeah.
If there's a Virtua Fighter Slam, put me in as a fucking coach at this point, because how many people are you going to be able to get to run that effect?
There are 3 teams. There is Team Ruffelmonger, Team Pat Starzat, and Team Goichi. Or Fudo, excuse me.
I don't want to. No, fuck that. I quit.
There you go.
Fighting fucking Fudo. Fuck you.
Shit. All right, let's take some letters.
Hey, if you want to send a letter, send it to castlesuperbeastmail@gmail.com. That's castlesuperbeastmail@gmail.com. By the way, forgot to tell everybody, but I should because it's the podcast. On June 29th, at 10 a.m. Pacific, I am going to be guesting on the Grinding Gear podcast with Garrett and Kyle. So make sure to check that out. They also have a busted dog.
Ooh, what kind of busted?
Me and Garrett were chit-chatting about how both of our dogs have busted legs.
I gotta say, I've seen this party trick unfold many a time in many a Discord. You have the strongest opening play, talking to a room full of strangers, going, "Hey, y'all want to see my insanely broken ass dog? Look at this fucker!"
Picture, and it's a picture of him in like a field of flowers.
His legs don't work, and everyone's like, "Oh!"
And then they all start posting their dogs and cats.
Pretty good trick.
Ice broken. Works every time.
Pretty good trick. Undefeated. Okay.
Wait, wouldn't Max be the third team? Doesn't Max love Virtua Fighter?
I suppose.
There's only 10 or 50 people who love Virtua Fighter. This can't be that hard.
But have I seen Max ever play it?
Okay, I'm gonna type it.
There surely must be footage.
Because I was chit-chatting
that's being deleted as we speak.
Team after the slam, and we were like, has Sajam ever played Virtua Fighter even once? And we were like, don't know.
That's the question. I'm sure Max knows Virtua Fighter and loves it.
Hold on. Okay.
Is he in there?
When you type in Maximilian Dude Virtua Fighter, it auto completes to Virtua Fighter 3, Virtua Fighter 5, Revo, 5, 6, 4, Legacy, Tournament.
Every fighting game. Like this is I mean, look, the other day someone was talking to me about like rival schools, and they're like, "Well, you love rival schools." I'm like, "Yeah, I love rival schools." I was like, "Do you play?"
Yeah, rival schools is a place in my heart.
Right, but if you ask me, like, "Do you play rival schools?" I'm like, No.
In decades.
The word play. I know every character and I know every move that every character does. That does not mean that's not what play means. Love this game to death. Fucking would take it with me. But play means like, are you in there though? And the answer is an unequivocal no. I can't pretend that I am. So there you go. Anyways, yeah, I'm sure we can drum up a hearty list of Virtua Fighter coaches who would be coaching the one other member of their respective teams when the time came.
No, Virtua Fighter Crossroads is going to blow up the whole world, man.
Yep.
Blow up the whole earth.
I hope that the throw teching does not change in the slightest.
Oh, no, the throw teching in Virtua Fighter is better than other games.
It's more complex, but it's made up for it by the fact that you can hold it the whole time. So that it's like,
they made
it's easier it's harder to do.
It's easier to do.
It's easier to do, but it's harder to know what version they're going for, essentially.
Now, to be fair, they changed that in 5 or one of the revisions where now there's only neutral forward and back.
Okay.
So you're not, and
sure.
You can only pick one.
Sure. But the idea being, if I hard read you, I need no execution. I can just hold this down and I'll break it.
And then you're going to lose
immediately.
And that's good.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's only 3 buttons, man. There's only 3 fucking buttons.
That's it.
That's all you fucking need.
All right. We got one over here coming in from Joe, who says, "Dear Connington and Pate, these are Game of Thrones book references that neither of you will get. This is the once per decade Game of Thrones update. A Game of Thrones, the first book in the series, was released on the 1st of August 1996. The last book was released on the 12th of July 2011. The time between these was 5,458 days. On Sunday, the 21st of June 2026, it will have been 5,458 days since A Dance of Dragons. The time between the latest book and now will be greater than the time between the first book and the last one. Since Dance, Gurm has written Fire and Blood, an in-universe history on the basis of House of Dragon, and his first 2 volumes, still waiting on the second one. Fortunately, part 1 completed the story that the show is telling. A new show, A Night in the Southern Kingdoms, based on the series of 3 novellas, latest published in 2010, Duncan Egg, as I've heard, has plans for more, he says. Daenerys has been in Meereen since the Clinton administration. So, I guess we're hitting that point where the hiatus time has eclipsed or is about to surpass the actual timeline
Yeah, that's
of
correct.
all. It's interesting because, like, I don't know that there is any other franchise like this. I was tempted.
I can't think of any.
I was tempted to say JoJo, right? I'm tempted to say JoJo, but JoJo Part 1 released in 1987.
And then finished and was complete.
JoJo Part 2 released in 1988. And Part 3
was finished and complete, and so on and so forth.
Part 3, 1989. Believe it or not, 1, 2, 3, all 1 year apart from each other. Crazy, right? This is like the fucking insane arcade days almost, right? Part 4 started in 1992. Part 5 started in 1996. Part 6 started in 2000. 7 in 04. And then JoJo Leon in 11. And
now, I know
it took from 2011 to 2023 for Part 8 to wrap up and for JoJo Lands to start. But that is an insane long amount of time by comparison to the rest of the franchise. But it is not Grimm level.
Now, the only thing I could think of that comes anywhere close is Hunter x Hunter, which had multiple years of hiatus, followed by a couple of smatterings of chapters, followed by multiple years of hiatus. However, I believe Hunter x Hunter's author is in, like, consistently poor health.
Yes, I believe that was a result of the health issue. Mm-hmm.
So, like, what are you going to do?
Yep.
Right? Like, he's doing the best he can. If Grimm was really sick, I'd like him more.
I think that Grimm is hitting the thing that happens to all of these mangaka, though. There is a thing that is like a big successful franchise gets slower and harder to make as time goes on, and the success is absolutely part of that. And sometimes uncertainty of what's going on is absolutely part of that, or sometimes just fear of your work is part of that. And like with Grimm, it feels as if like he's super happy to jump on board any other project at any other time. Like you're rescuing him from the typewriter to go work on Elden Ring or any of the spin-offs, you know?
I think that he has hit the end of whatever his long-term plan was back when he first started writing it. You know, the guts of it. And he's like, oh, I'll figure out where I'm going to go. And he's kind of run out of steam and has to actually figure out where he has to go. But he's stuck on, just not writing it. So I think what Grimm should do is take a page off of, your standard mangaka and just have a fucking tournament arc for a couple of years.
That would be...
And then figure it the fuck out from there and see which characters people really love after the tournament arc.
I mean, the God of Many Faces is too OP. Like, Arya's taking it top to bottom. No questions asked. Thing is, I think, realistically, if there was any scrap of motivation that could have pushed Winds of Winter to get finished... the show ending on such a dogshit wet fart.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure.
Robbed all of what was left. It took the air out in a way that it will never enter again. And any similarities that he was planning to what happened in that show can't be what actually occur. But then again, they're so different at this point. Whatever. But I think that moment and that conclusion being as bad as it was, just fucking stun-locked forever.
Yeah. We have someone in the chat who has an explanation. It's Hatefish in the chat who says he's been actually super open about it. He's got the rest of the plot ready to go, but getting from where he's written himself to and the next major plot beat isn't something he can figure out to a level he's satisfied with. This is a concept that many of you may be familiar with, if not having named it. It's called perfect being the enemy of good. Do not allow perfect be the enemy of good. It is better to have made it and it not be up to your standards than for it to be nothing. It's better to shit your pants a little in the bathroom than in the middle of the living room because you're afraid you're going to shit yourself.
And this is really, really important, relevant advice for people who are starting out their creative journeys. But when you're at the fucking apex of it, already a multimillionaire, successful, fucking dominating your craft space, like, you're allowed to just not do shit again, I guess. But, like, I don't know.
From a non-fan perspective, from, like, a non-reader's perspective, whatever, I cannot possibly imagine being satisfied leaving it unfinished from a personal perspective.
Oh,
like,
well,
that
of course.
would make me nuts.
Yeah. Like, the things with it's interesting because, like, the version of this with Vagabond that I bring up from time to time, like, the more you know about, like, the original story, the original historical figure, the adaptation of Musashi's tale, the version that Inoue was creating, and then where he took that for interpretation through Vagabond, there's stuff about where he was going that that's interesting in that, like, it kind of elevates some of the character and the original adaptation beyond its own scope, I should say. Because Inoue does some stuff that's way more introspective and I think personally philosophically interesting that, like, the adaptation of Musashi's story doesn't necessarily go for. And then the Book of Five Rings itself is like, there's a whole other thing to that where you're like, that's a dude living in a cave telling you that, like, yo, don't get a boner because that's going to distract you from victory in battle. There's a whole world, like, apart from that's insane. But the idea, essentially, this world that he created, where these characters undergo these insane transformational moments, knowing that historically this fucker's got to beat that fucker over the head and just, like, almost regress in the lessons he's been learning, is this weird thing. So he kind of talked about, like, almost feeling sick about, like, where to bring the story and how to get there and all these things. And there's a whole thing to it that's kind of like, I get it because we can look at the history books and the adaptations and know what's coming and see you go, like, yeah, you're
what's
struggling.
Coming is that he's going to eventually die of old age, and then Tokugawa is going to have a shaman resurrect him with cloning. And then he's gonna go out and he's gonna cut Yujiro with his invisible sword, but it's not gonna work. I want to tell you that I have been watching Grappler Baki exclusively through out of order, out of context, 45-second TikTok clips.
Sick.
And I think that is the best way to watch that show.
That's awesome.
Because I don't know what's going on at all.
That rules. No, that's great. I mean, look, I did see the clip where they finally animated, like, Obama warning Trump about Yujiro, right? I did see that moment. But as far as I understand, apparently the Musashi and Baki's storyline is this large tale about Japan needing to move forward and not obsessing.
It's nonsense. It's about invisible swords and demon brains.
According to the creator, apparently this is meant to be bullshit. This is meant to be something about Japan getting over its past and not obsessing with the era of samurai too much and needing to look towards the future and some other shit.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, good times, good stuff with that.
Listen, how are you going to escape now that you've run out of piss? How are you going to escape this tetrahedron? Like, that's real. That's what Grappler Baki's about.
Apparently, the voice actor doing that scene with Obama and Trump wanted to go for an accent, but they said no accents, no impersonations allowed whatsoever. You must play it.
Yeah,
straight.
that would probably ended up being more legally dubious.
All right, let's see. Let's take one over here. Bu- 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 bu. Dear Black Goku and Super Widow's Peak Vegeta.
Oh man,
True Liar.
yeah, this Widow's Peak just never stopped.
True Liar asks, I recently played Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, again on hard mode. Made sure to time limit myself, and I made sure to limit myself from weaker weapons, using Pebbles the horse as my default horse. And surprise, surprise.
Pebbles is the best horse, though.
If you find him and use him for dozens of hours, the devs evolve Pebbles into one of the strongest mounts in the game.
Pebbles changes from Pebbles to good old Pebbles and becomes the best horse in the game.
It reminds me of Pixie from SMT3, a super strong partner who, if you choose to invest into, becomes an elite tier. My question to you is, can you think of any other game where keeping the low-level weakling until the end produces a super strong character? Just recently, we were playing Dispatch and Project Gyarados, right? Waterboy. You hang out with Waterboy, you keep him around, and he goes from being this really, like, weak, annoying character that assigns himself to missions that you don't want him on, and you can't remove him except for, like, just the first time or whatever. And then eventually that shit grows to being a dude that adds stats to the highest stat on the call and heals everybody else that he's out there with and becomes an incredible partner.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fucking Waterboy.
Yeah.
He rules.
Someone said the plasma cutter from Dead Space 1. That's ridiculous. It's the best gun right when you start.
It's gotta suck
I'm
first.
thinking about Dragon's Dogma. I'm thinking about Rusted Weapons. And Rusted Weapons have, like, terrible stats, but they do eventually unlock Bleed. But more than that, they inflict a status called Torpor, which makes whatever enemy you hit with it move at 50% speed. So they move in fucking super slow motion. So it's fucking incredible.
Okay.
To put on one of your pawns. Because a fucking boss that just moves in fucking permanent slow motion is fucking unbelievable.
But wait, how does this suck at first?
It has terrible stats. Does no damage.
Okay. And then over time, okay, I see.
Yeah. They inflict poison and bleed and torpor. And it's just like, wow, the boss has just been turned off. It's fucking great.
Not exactly the same answer, but, like, I mean, that fucking X-Buster in Mega Man X that's the shit. Like, it's another one of those.
That's
like,
good. That's good stuff,
you
man.
rock that the whole time. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. That'll do it.
Oh, I'm tired. Oh my goodness.
Oh boy, old man, go take a nap.
I might take a nap. I might. Have a good day, everybody. But also remember Deltarune tomorrow morning.